All right. Do you guys want the question or the recap first?
I say recap.
Yeah.
That is tradition.
Right. I think this is the shortest recap so far because last session was mostly dungeon exploration.
Give us a turn-by-turn breakdown, DM.
All right. So turn 1. So in the last session of Curse, or some recording? Yeah. Okay. Can I start recording? In the last session of Curse of the Crimson Throne, our intrepid party ventured into the eerie depths of the Dead Warrens, a haunting mausoleum nestled in the heart of the Potter's Ward. Their mission was to retrieve the scattered body parts of Freely Walks to ease relations between Korvosa and the Shoanti tribes. Descending down the hidden steps into the crypt, the party found themselves confronted by a nightmarish assortment of undead creatures, including a skeletal owlbear standing out particularly as a fearsome opponent. Braving the perilous surroundings, they pressed on in search of Freely's missing limbs. Their search led them to a grim discovery as they stumbled upon his leg and pelvis unceremoniously dumped into an Adiog pit alongside other discarded bodies. As Merrick, Kier, and Vixen engage in a fierce battle against a formidable carrion golem and a menacing ogrekin named Cabbagehead, Luca and Barrow Walker took on the challenge of facing the Necromancer. The session reached its end as the stalwart Vic, wielding his mighty dwarven Dorndurger, delivered a crushing blow to the Darrow Necromancer, knocking him to the ground and ending the threat he posed.
Kill still.
Yeah, we fought that guy for 2 in-universe minutes, and then you just kill him. In the fight sequence that would take the entire TV show's season budget, the choreography.
I still can't believe that we used unplanned made basically the same build, just opposite day.
Hey,
It
teamwork.
synergized so well. I was certainly impressed and love the cinematic.
It's one of those things where you're watching the TV show and then they get to that sequence and you're like, oh yeah, that's where the budget went.
I've watched a few anime like that.
Yep. Where also the animation just gets really, really good for a couple minutes.
Yeah.
It's like watching the new season of One Piece and just seeing all the budget that went into these epic fights, like with Zoro and fucking all this like hidden Easter eggs in every frame of the episode. And then you go back maybe 20 episodes and there's some people that look like they're running in place.
Yeah, the One Piece animation has been fucking crazy lately.
Oh, it has been nuts. I guess the newest episode that's going to be coming out that everyone's stoked for was partially made by Warner Brothers, so we'll see how that goes.
I think that's actually just a rumor. I think there's one. I think there's literally just one guy who worked on Space Jam who's working on the episode.
Yeah, that makes sense then. I mean, Either way, the fact that they put this much budget in an anime episode was pretty staggering.
It's gonna be good, but I fell for that too, and I looked it up, and it was like completely wrong.
Well, good to know.
All right, so you guys want the question?
Yes.
Yep.
All right, the question for this session is: if you were to leave the city right now, what would be the most significant thing you'd miss about it, and what would be one thing you'd be eager to leave behind?
Missed family. Be fine with leaving behind all the bad memories.
Merrick would probably feel alone because he's been an urbanite all his life, so suddenly finding himself without, people nearby for more than, a couple of yards is probably new for him, and think or what was the second part? What you'd be okay with leaving behind?
It's the least, yeah.
Yeah.
Probably the smell of the city.
That was gonna be my answer too. For Barrow Walker, thing that he'd miss the most, a good bed. Thing that he'd miss the least, the smell.
Oh yeah, it probably smells awful.
Oh yeah, this city's.
Imagine being isekai into Curvosa. Your nose would be the first thing that is assaulted. Secondly, your wallet,
Mhm.
and then your life.
Then your ass in that order.
No substitutions.
We saw what that Gaijin guy was up to.
I'll wait for the people to respond. I just picture when you were talking about that for Merrick, him going to like a small town, be like, "Dude, I was a Corvosan 7, but I'm a Sandpoint 10."
Also true.
That's funny. Vic would miss everything about the city. The order, the laws, the well-old machine that keeps everything moving forward. And after he left the city, the one thing he'd be fine leaving behind are the thieves and corruption.
All right.
Vic's that guy that someday will travel and visit like a really upscale city and realize that his home city's actually been a shithole this entire time.
Yeah. I like that idea. Now that he doesn't really have anything he's tied to, maybe one day travel. See all the largest cities.
He's the guy that comes back wearing a Hawaiian shirt and saying aloha.
God, that asshole.
We all
Yeah,
know that.
he has on
asshole.
like a shirt from Paris, a hat from London,
But he went to Texas.
flag from Texas.
Just that one casino in Las Vegas.
Why go all the way out in the world when that one casino has it all? Anyway, I think there's still a couple more people that have to answer.
It's okay. I knew we started too quickly.
Well, Kira probably missed the friends he's made. A few of them there are. But it would be a fresh start.
In here, I thought your answer was going to be the thing that you'd miss the most was the easy access to drugs, and the thing that you'd be glad to leave behind is the easy access to drugs.
Yeah.
That's too real there.
Yeah.
All right. So I will go ahead and take you guys back to the Dead Warrens map, because while you guys did defeat most of the creatures living in the Dead Warrens, you still have much to explore.
Still not need to investigate and such. Speaking of, the guy was trying to escape to here, so that'd probably be the good spot to look at. Then Also, did we examine his body last time, or were we saving that for this session?
I don't think you guys looked at anything after you killed him.
Yeah,
All right.
I think we.
I examined his body.
Yeah, we definitely should see what he has on him.
I gotta put 2 copper coins on him somewhere. Hold on, I'll deduct that real quick.
So what are you are you looting his body? What do you mean when you say you're examining his body?
I assume we're looting his body, but I'm also looking for any identifying markers that might connect him to the Keylock killer. If he is that one, or he might have any kind of connection or iconography that's similar to the dagger I found.
So immediately you're able to pull a dagger out of his robe that is identical to the one that you guys all recovered from Gaijin Lamb in session 1.
Gotcha.
So I have 2 of those. It's the dagger that's listed on the...
Yeah.
This is going to be a masterwork dagger listed on this gear. So I'll put it in the chat.
So this is another key-shaped dagger.
Yeah, this is another key-shaped dagger.
We're gonna get to a door with like 7 holes for daggers that can be used as keys.
And I don't think we're using Ring of Protection, right?
No.
Yeah, so take that out as well.
You want me to stick this in the
Yeah.
Oops.
We're not really dividing things right this second anyway.
What is Blue Winnis?
Isn't
Blue
that like
Winnies?
a drug?
Yeah.
Given
It's
this
a
guy's skin tone.
Oh, it's a poison.
Okay, that's probably better than what I was gonna say.
Oh, that's where my con damage came from. So I'm poisoned. That's right. I remember I had it and I saved the next round, didn't I? I'm just looking at it.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I just know I didn't take the dex damage, so I don't think I got Filth Fever. So I was just trying to. I need to write that down next time before I forget that shit. Is the Robe of Bones like used up, or is it, still usable? I mean, I can't imagine we're going to use it, but if he's actually used it to summon anything.
I imagine someone would probably need to roll a spellcraft on that.
Yeah.
I can't.
I've got some spellcraft. I could give it a shot.
Way better than mine.
Vic sniffs it, then takes a little taste.
That's how you do it, right?
Yeah, I once heard of a glorious adventurer who licked some blood to help figure out what it was.
How'd that go for him?
He got
He got super high.
no, what's the phrase? Gaslighted by his friends. Or the people he thought were his friends.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah,
Sounds like a bunch of assholes, really.
they were.
God, we
dick
kept
move.
that going for so long.
That was fun.
I do love how basically everybody was getting on board with it. Like even the I can't remember her name, but the owner of the tavern's like,
Yeah.
I am going to do up this room proper. Hell yeah.
Pay some money, get a coffin dragged in there.
Mhm.
We just go ahead and grab that stuff and probably pocket the knife to someone who, if anyone wants it otherwise, because probably should keep it on just in case.
Mm-hmm.
The Robe of Bones is not used up.
Okay. Okay, so do we want to go to the next room?
Yep, might as well.
All right, I'll open up the door for you guys.
Just in case there's something beyond. Keep it
So,
safe.
as you guys enter this room, that's playing this stuff, so now I gotta scroll back up. All right, you guys enter the Stitchery. The nauseating mixture of decay and strange chemicals fills the air in this large room. Glinting saws, pliers, and long stitching needles and other surgical equipment are organized on shelves and benches along the wall. And a sturdy wooden table in the center of the room supports a large humanoid shape. A thing stitched together from patchwork of dozens of different bodies. And it's nearly 7 feet tall. So on this table right here, it's not pictured on the map, but there's a large sort of Frankenstein-esque monster laying there.
Do some of the body parts look fresh, as in probably from this guy that we're trying to retrieve?
Yes. So as soon as Barrow comes into the room, he would be able to tell you that the head stitched to this creation is the head of Freely Wonks.
Ooh. Looks at Luca, looks at his axe, looks at Luca.
I mean,
Anyone in,
There's utensils here. We could probably just remove the stitching.
anyone in here can give me a knowledge arcana if they want.
Do not got it. So
Not trained in that.
definitely not a class skill for a fighter.
It's a class skill, but I don't have any ranks in it.
You can still roll it.
Okay.
If it's a class skill with no ranks, you can still roll it. That's one of the
Mhm.
upsides.
Okay.
With the 15 Vic, I'll give it to you. What you're looking at here is a flesh golem that has been entirely constructed, but that has not been animated yet via the wish spell.
You'd explain that. I'm sure Kier already knows that.
Oh yeah, Kier got 21.
This is like a necromancer's wet dream right here. Flesh golem is like big for them.
Which is
It's
funny.
really
considering
good in
it's like
Diablo 2 too.
the weakest golem.
Gonna take some time and investigate the room.
While he's investigating this room, I'm gonna start heading up this direction because from my vision, I can see a table out there and chairs.
I guess that leaves me to take the head.
Well, he's your friend.
I mean, I assume you don't want me to just take my axe and chop his head off. I assume you're gonna just take the stitches out and remove it,
You could do your thing.
and you can do yours.
So
Vic's searching this room, 23 perception, mostly looking for any notes that this necromancer's left behind that would be worthwhile or any other kind of hidden loot.
you look around and you don't really see anything of the sort in the stitchery area.
Okay.
Luca,
Mhm.
this next room.
Yeah, I'd be going into it like this. I just wanted to wait until you're ready.
All right. There is a large 4-poster bed and a simple writing desk, along with a full-length mirror up against one of the earthen walls. Sitting on the table, you can see, I did picture it on the map, is another one of the key-shaped blades. So another masterwork dagger.
I'll go ahead and pocket that.
But this
I
one
think you
has
just have those made in bulk, or
this one broken condition as the blade is split in two.
Gotcha. Still gonna take it and just pocket it in case I need it. I'll go ahead and give a perception in this room, even though I do see another room as well. Just checking the area, checking the mirror, checking under the bed. Give a perception. 13.
All right. You got a 13 on the perception?
Yeah.
You don't really notice anything then.
Then I'll probably continue on to the next room, but I'll wait until other people do their things.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
on the stitcher.
I'm gonna take a dagger and I'm gonna remove the head by undoing the stitches.
Ugh.
Don't imagine there's gonna be a check for that, but I'm just clarifying the point just in case there is.
It's easy enough.
I mean, I work with dead bodies all the time, so Barrow really is not grossed out by this as much as other people might think.
And
Kinda
you are
getting all up in there.
you are able to recover
how much,
Uh,
of, how
really
much of
well.
him does that make?
Oh, what are you saying, Kenneth?
How much of him does that make that we have now?
So right now you have both legs and a pelvis. You have one arm and a head. So currently you are missing a torso
And another arm.
and another arm, yes.
Almost have Voltron.
Or the Megazord.
Mm.
All right, should we move along?
Yeah, I would call back to you all that I'm in what's most likely his bedroom, and there's another room to the side.
I'm about to say words that I don't really know what they mean, but Michael, did you want to have exploration mode on so we know the parts of the map we've already walked through?
Yeah, I mean I can turn.
I just figured he didn't turn it on because that does affect the lag.
Yeah, it
Does-
does.
Should I not turn it on? I don't know.
I'm fine with how it is. I have enough memory of the dungeon so far that I think we're probably getting close to the end of it anyway, so I'm fine with it just staying
I-
off.
I know what parts you guys have explored, so
Yeah, I'm good.
If it becomes an issue in the future, we can always talk about it, but it's fine. I'd rather not have the map lag on us.
Yeah,
it does-
I didn't
it
know
does
an
have-
issue on this one.
It does have a heavy load when you have the explore mode.
if you guys
Mhm.
start out areas you've already been to without knowing, I'll just tell you.
All right, Vic's gonna search in here as well, especially the writing desk.
Yeah, and I'll be heading into the next room.
All right, Vic. With that perception, you are able to see a hidden niche in the wall behind the mirror. And it's mostly empty, but a few valuable items still remain in this hidden alcove. There is a set of Masterworks thieves' tools, a pearl and snuff box, gold pieces, and a single dose of dust of disappearance and a sustaining spoon. And I'll put that all in the chat.
Yeah, you start going too fast for me.
Yeah, I'll always just put it in the chat. Don't worry about it.
Silver snuff box. Hell yeah.
Also, I like the name Sustaining Spoon.
So you found a hidden stash in the room.
Nice.
Entering the next room. This shrine, well-kept chamber contains a narrow bed and a relatively empty shelf holding only a few books and some bones and skulls on a long bench. A man's torso and chest bearing numerous tribal tattoos lies on the bench. The right arm is still attached, and it's periodically thrashing and clutching at the air.
What the fuck?
Looks like he animated the torso. I'd probably ask Vic to go gather the other people because Barra's probably going to want to collect this body part as well.
Is this
Yeah.
a door in front of me, Michael?
That is the door in front of you, yeah.
All right.
And
Perception to hear what's on the other side of
Yeah.
it.
And while he's doing that, would I be able to kill this torso without having to inflict too much property damage to it?
I feel like it's about as dead as
Yeah, but
The
I don't
body
want to
could
like
get.
desecrate the body. I just want to do like
Yeah.
one quick stab and have it just go down.
I don't know if it makes a difference, but as Marika is going into each of these major rooms, he's going to do a quick sweep of detect magic. So he's only been in this one so far, but if there's anything magical.
Wait for Michael to catch up since we've been
Yep.
bombarding him.
Yep, I just want to throw that out there so when you get a chance to get to it.
So the best way to do that would be to hit it with positive energy of some sort.
Yeah, I can cast a cure on it real quick.
Yep, and that immediately saps all of the undead energy from the torso and it goes limp.
So I'll just carry that, but I'll probably have Vic, since he's in the room, help me investigate the room. And
Yeah, he'd want to look through these books and whatnot.
books, the bed, all that stuff. Yeah, but
Pause.
do we want to do?
Yeah, do you want to jump back to Gombo?
I'm going to
Yeah.
jump back to Combo really quick because you said you're opening this door, or you're listening?
I was doing a perception, but I got a 9, so I imagine that's a nothing.
Yeah, you don't really hear anything on the other.
All right, I'll pop it open.
All right. You pop it open. And you see a girl sitting on a bed there,
Mhm.
reading a book.
All right, stealth
Killer.
22.
And then that's how Bear Walker becomes the bad guy. We already know his proclivities with children.
All right,
She
so
never
with
stood a chance.
a 22 stealth, I'm going to slip into the room.
Okay. She doesn't appear to have noticed you with that stone.
All right. How old would you say this person is?
Probably around 10.
Wait a minute. What was the description of Luca's daughter? I know
About
he
to
would
be
have
dead?
definitely.
I would have definitely.
told.
I did have remember I did describe that Luca had like an artist drawing of her.
Yeah,
He would have shown you.
It's a real life Gombo forgetting thing.
Yeah, I'm just trying to like if I ever wrote down the description of her. I don't have it written down exactly how she looks, but he would have described her to you all and shown you that photo or the drawing.
Does that description match up, Michael?
Yeah, it's pretty accurate.
Okay. After briefly considering the blackjack, Barrow Walker instead chooses to withdraw and closes the door as quietly as possible.
Withdraw.
You
The knife.
just hear in your head, you've chosen wisely.
Could you imagine I just round the corner, dragging an unconscious child? Hey, this your kid?
What kid? You're just pulling a bag.
In your top right corner of your screen, you see text pop up that says Luca will remember that.
Just followed by the briefest wasted.
I briefly poke out of the hallway. Merrick's still staying there, I assume. Say, you go get Luca for a moment. And then I want to keep an eye on this door to make sure that we don't just walk away and someone disappears.
Hey, Luca, Gray's looking for you. Back the other hallway.
Okay, you help Vic. There might be something in this room, and I just kind of start heading out.
Merrick goes
Carrying half a
and
body.
does detect magic in these two rooms.
All right. Before we go back to Luke, we will take care of Vreek's chamber over here. As far as what is in this chamber,
Kier, help me look through these books.
you guys find on the bookshelf Vreek's spell book,
There we go.
containing all of the spells he has prepared, including every cantrip. But I don't think that's too useful to any of you because none of you are wizards.
I don't know.
think
Kier, can you make use of this? Because I think alchemists could potentially do so.
Yeah, they
If it's
can.
on my list, I can copy it off a wizard
Yeah.
list, yes.
Exactly.
That'd be something.
You could probably just send it to
Yeah,
Kenneth
no.
later that he can
Mhm.
kind of compare notes and see what he can transfer over.
Yeah, I'll work that out with Kenneth after the session.
Yeah.
I'll see spells because I'd have to take them all off the sheet and put them all individually down.
Yeah, that's why I figured it could be doing something post session because it's not like it's gonna
Yeah.
matter at this very
Um,
exact moment.
In addition, you find a small collection of valuables. The Darrow is apparently stripped from dead bodies he's handled. The collection includes 2 silver rings worth 100 gold pieces, a golden pearl bracelet worth 150 gold pieces, a mithril hip flask emblazoned with an etching of a house drake, and a traveler's any tool. I'll put that all in the chat.
Also, if I did the math right, that wand he had of Ghoul Touch, if we choose to sell it, I think we can sell it for 1,000 gold. Since I don't think any of us can use that.
Yeah, there's a good bit of loot in here. That robe's worth a good bit too.
Now back to... Yeah, but you're going to sell that robe to someone?
No, not the robe, the wand.
Okay. I just say you said the robe.
I meant to say the wand. My bad.
I said the robe.
Yeah, no, Cope said the robe.
Okay.
I
I mean, if he chooses to sell, that's on him.
going back to Barrow and Luca.
Look around the corner. I told you wanted to see me.
There's a child in the next room, alive, reading.
He
Young girl.
just pushes out of the way and opens the door. Doesn't even consider.
And as you open the door, Uh, the scent of old parchment and candle wax fills your nose, and you see a very a young woman with hauntingly familiar features. But you recognize that is Sophia.
Just the sound of his weapon echoing in the caves as he drops it as he rushes over to her.
I grab the weapon as I slip into the room behind him silently, just staying near the door.
Yeah. Basically, he'd be not like I'm trying to say it. He'd be like extremely happy to see her and just immediately begin to ask her if she's okay. What happened to her? Did anyone hurt you? Kind of thing.
Does she explode?
Damn.
The old child grenade trick gets him every time.
So yeah, she's kind of doing the whole, Dad, is that you? Reading with you. What did you ask?
Basically, has anyone hurt her? Basically, what has she been doing down here? Like, basically trying to get a gauge on her mental health kind of thing.
As she talks to you, she tells you the whole story of what happened that you kind of heard from one of the other orphans that just before, I guess, you guys arrived. The Keylok killer, the man you guys have been after, came in and actually saved her from Gadrin Lamb. And yeah, her time with him is pretty shitty, having to pickpocket, having to make disgusting sludge. But she says it hasn't been too bad staying here. She's been allowed to stay in the library, read some of the texts, and then you take a look at the book that she's got in her hands.
Mm-hmm.
And you get a little disquieted from its appearance.
Mm-hmm.
I will share.
Yeah.
Well, it's a pretty pink one.
That says
She's an
disrupt
apprentice
undead.
necromancer now.
That's
Yeah.
disrupt undead. That's safe.
Yeah. As he looks at it, he's like, I'm glad you're safe, and I'm glad he didn't hurt you. But you have to understand that while nothing in here is potentially evil in itself, a lot of this is designed to hurt people, and you need to be aware that if you choose to learn this, that you need to be responsible about it. And I will have a longer discussion once we get you safe and back to your mother. But he's not gonna yank the book out of her hand or anything. He's just concerned because he's like, he knows that people can use necromancy for non-evil purposes if you're not raising the undead.
Mm-hmm.
White necromancers are a thing.
Yeah.
Approved by the Church of Pharasma.
I mean, then there's some wizards that just know how to use necromancy stuff to speak with the dead and stuff, and there's clerics that do that stuff. And
a cure light wounds is a necromancy spell.
Yeah. But like I said,
dear God, what have I done?
He's not immediately slapping the book out of her hand and be like, "You monster." But he's basically acknowledging the fact
throw a
that
dagger at Luca's child.
Yeah. He's basically just telling her that, while there's nothing wrong with it per se by learning it and reading it, that the stuff is designed to hurt, and most of it, like bleed, is not necessarily like a good spell.
Mm-hmm.
But it has its uses.
Bleed is basically the magic equivalent of stabbing someone with a kitchen knife.
Yeah. He has to stop himself from picking her up because he's still wearing spiked armor, but he kind of takes her by the hand.
That would be a tragic end.
Oh my God.
That would be the darkest thing.
Right? But he takes her by the hand and he's like, "Come on, let's get you out of here. It's a little bleak in here." Looks over at Barrow. Do you mind escorting us to the exit, and I'll meet you out when you all are done here? His first thought is now, I have to get my daughter out of this mausoleum cave system.
I nod.
So if you want me to drag my character, but Luca's just going to go the same way that they got here to head out ahead of everyone else.
All right.
And then you can go back to what everyone else is doing. I don't want to interrupt that.
So you have successfully rescued Sophia, and let me zoom out. You haven't been to everywhere in the dungeon, but right now, something happened to Barrow. Barrow, you're going to get an attack of opportunity, actually.
Okay.
Let me move this. As a Darrow is going to run into the room. So you hear it coming down the hallway, which is why you're not surprised.
Mm-hmm. Is this in the library or on our way out?
This is up in the library.
Gotcha.
So as you guys are having this reunion right near the end.
All
Run
right.
up and down through there.
My sap was the last thing I had in hand, so I'll hit him with that. 24, I assume we'll hit him.
Yep.
So that is 4 bludgeoning and then 13. So for a total of 17 damage, all non-lethal.
All right. He's still up, and he's going to slam this door shut. And you notice at this point, he's dripping head to toe in acid. So he's all
balls, man.
burning and
Like this is before Luca has left and everything, right?
yeah. So you're still in there. Sophia's I just took her off the map.
Yeah. He just kind of interposes himself and is ready to throw down, but he hasn't reacted yet. More concerned about the dripping acid.
If you value breath, I suggest you stand down.
Speak your language.
Oh, too bad. I tried.
He's speaking incomprehensible gobbledygook at you. Like the kid from the Wild Thornberries, the little wild kid.
Yep.
Oh, Donnie or whatever.
Yeah.
No comprenez-vous français. I hit him again.
Let me put the door back before I do anything else.
Yep.
All right. You guys can go ahead and all roll me initiative. Let me put the turn order up, and actually, yeah, there's no turns on there right now, so you guys can roll initiative.
Yeah. Luca just looks back at his daughter's like, hide under the bed for now. Daddy has some work to do.
Don't forget, Richard, I have your weapon.
Yeah. I can fight unarmed if you didn't give it back to me anyway, so it's not like it's
Yeah.
like a vital importance.
I just figured we never described you picking it up again. So
No.
Scout's honor, playing it by the rules.
All right. All right. Give me perceptions from everyone in the dead room right now.
Which is the dead room, not us.
Your
Yeah.
room.
Room with the
17
I'm
and
just waiting
18 being
for-
the higher two.
Just
Yep.
waiting for Luca's daughter bust out to wail the banshee, let 9th level spell catch us all by surprise.
everyone but Kier hears the screaming of the Darrow as it runs into the library and shuts the door.
That doesn't sound good.
Well, looks like we're needed elsewhere. Did they?
All right, vehicle head that way. He'll break out in a run. Well, not a run, double move, since it's round corners and stuff.
Yep. So as you run in here, you see the source of what the Darrow was running away from, though you haven't seen the Darrow yet.
Is it a Pokemon?
You see a long, sinuous skeleton shaped like a large snake. It's got a human skull, but with the jaws of a snake, and they're just dripping with some sort of substance.
He's going to shout, "We've got giant slinkies!"
Everyone loves those.
They roll downstairs and over your chairs and over your neighbor's dog.
How slopey are the floors? How much danger are we in right now? Because those things could get up a lot of momentum if their slope is steep enough.
Get to walking.
Full turn, Vic.
He's going to. He double moves, so yeah, he can't do anything else. He'll study. No, that's a move action. Yep, he's done.
All right. In that case, they are going to target the nearest living creature that they can see. So
Yep.
they're both going to be attacking you, Vic. So 2 bites.
18 AC, so that hits. Ooh. Oh boy, paralysis.
Oh, that's a problem.
Oh, there it goes. Well, I imagine there's a save for the paralysis.
I think I was at full
Uh,
hit points. Because did we heal up last time, or should I leave it where it was?
You would have.
noticed that.
So if you have something to heal, I'll let you do it now.
Yeah, he would have used the wand on everybody.
Yeah, I was down like 10, so.
When we started this,
Yeah, down
my
to
hit
11.
points were up. All
You
right,
need-
so
A fortitude save, though, for that paralysis.
sorry, let me just get this to
Get the bookkeeping stuff done out of the way.
Mhm.
perfect. All right, who else needed healing?
I did, and I think Barrow Walker did.
Not a lot of healing from me, but yeah.
Yeah, probably one smack would put me close to full,
Mhm.
unless you got a really bad roll.
All right, this is for Luca.
Oh yeah, more than enough.
And then Barrow, how are you?
I'm 11 shy, so just one smack doesn't need a lot.
There
That's
you
good.
go. 2, 4, 6. All right, sorry, Michael. You need a fort save.
Yes, fort. It's not hard to.
Oh, that's terrible.
You
He
did
gets a
just,
+2 versus poison, though.
And +2 versus spell-like abilities.
That's already in there.
I would qualify this. Barely say it on here, but I would qualify this as a poison.
Okay.
So yeah, that will go ahead and say you saved. The DC is 13, just so you guys know, for that paralysis save.
Shoo.
Yes.
Should I roll for both bites?
Yeah, you need to roll for both bites.
Okay, better.
Same story. Luca.
Okay. Gonna step up with 5 feet. Just move action, pick up my weapon from Barrow, and I'm just gonna try to punch this guy and knock him out.
All right, go ahead.
Womp womp.
Yeah, that's unfortunately not quite gonna do it.
He's feeling self-conscious fighting around his daughter. Okay, lay off.
You do a punch, and he just like sweeps his legs out from under him and lands on his ass, and you punch the door.
Speaking of traumatizing Luca's child, I'm going to move action, pull out Crab Smasher, and attempt to cave in this thing's skull. Would you say it's flanking?
Yeah, right now you got him. Yeah. Why
Okay.
not?
Bam. 23.
I just get my double move out of the way.
That's 7 damage plus an additional 5, so 12 points of lethal damage.
Well, you get him good, but he's still up.
Well, what do you know? Well, at the start of his next turn, he'll provoke from me, and then I hit him again. But that's my turn, because I spent my move to pull out my weapon. I do not have quick draw.
All right. I haven't even had him roll for initiative. I'm going to have him do it now.
So we'll
Little
go right
dude's
before
tough.
Vic.
Yep.
I think it's Merrick's turn because I think Kier said he double moved already.
Yeah.
Merrick.
All right. See how far I can get. There on a move. Yeah, I'll have to double move to get there. So,
All right.
Yep.
The Darrow is then going to.
Provoke from Barrow first, I think.
Yeah, he's
I
going
got him-
to try to
got him
open.
one
So, yeah.
before that.
The Darrow provokes from Barrow.
Yep. So that's 20.
20 will hit.
All right. So that's 12 plus. So that's another 16.
Was that non-lethal? Or
Oh no, that's with Crab Smasher. It's very much lethal.
He is dead.
So yeah, he goes to open the door, and I just Gallagher his head between the hammer and the door. Well, out of character, your daughter just saw that.
Yep.
Vic, you got these two human bones arranged into snake shapes attacking you.
Yeah, Vic's gonna. Can he withdraw through his friend's spaces?
We'll say in this corridor, there is enough room for you to scoot.
Okay. You said yes.
Yes, there is.
Okay, so he's gonna get back here, and as he moves, pull out his healing wand, give himself a little touch.
Did that provoke when you fled from them, though?
No, I use withdrawal. Is that a full round action?
That's an action, and then using the wand would
Okay,
take
so
another
he
action.
would not be able to get his. I guess during the movement he could still pull out the wand, right?
He could pull
Yeah, he
it
just
out.
couldn't use it this
Yeah.
turn.
Okay, that'll be it for Vic.
All right.
Retreat.
One
Merrick's
is
got this.
built towards Merrick.
Got it. Solo it, bro.
The other not being able to find a way to get in range. Going to slither through and inspect this noise over here. However, luckily for the people inside, does not have arms or hands to open. So it's going to have to attack the door.
This is why the serpent people no longer control the planet.
It's why
Indeed.
centaurs never rose to popularity because, stairs and ladders exist.
I feel like there's that table for this in Pathfinder. There.
Breaking
Break-
down things, yeah.
Yeah. I believe it's hardness 5, I want to say, for a
Damage-
door, and then
The
Or-
damaging objects.
10 per inches of thickness, so
Break down a simple door would be a DC 13 to break it. But if you're attacking it, I think its HP is. Its hardness is 5. Its hit points are 10.
yeah, so it would not be
Damage
down.
it, but not break it.
Luca, the door is starting to get knocked off its hinges.
I'll make sure to have room in there for Barrow if he needs to get in. But I'm just gonna step here and open the door.
All right.
You rang.
And I don't. It's only not an action to open the door, so I can get a swing off on him.
All right, go ahead.
Do I risk the power attack though?
You catch it reeling back, strike.
I'm gonna risk a power attack. Why not?
It's weird. Roll20 just logged me out for some reason.
Huh.
23.
23 will hit.
Okay, so he takes 10 points of slashing damage.
All right. Points of slashing.
I guess I should ask if he has like a resistance to slashing that I could pick up on or not.
Do you usually roll for that? I feel like
I mean,
sort of dungeoneering or something.
yeah. I mean, I have Dungeoneering I can roll on.
Yeah, go ahead and you can see.
13.
And you just want to know if it has any kind of DR from that. right?
Like, does it look like my slash across them didn't do as much as it should, kind of thing?
With the 13, I'll go ahead and say yeah. It has some sort of DR, but you can't tell how much.
Okay.
But yeah.
I would just look over at Barrow and tell him to go smash.
I'm trying to log back into Roll20.
Okay.
All right, so give Barrow a second.
Barrow has little dots above his head.
No, he just has a swirling circle kind of spinning.
He's slightly ghosted.
Oh no, he's AFK in the flyer.
This is what happens when the gods log out.
I saw a video that I thought was pretty funny, which was the healer in anime versus what the hell? The healer in real actual MMOs.
Yeah.
And one was like super meek, the other one's like, if you bastards don't do what I say, I'm gonna fucking let you die. That was so weird. I logged on the Roll20 and I went to go join into Michael's game and then it logged me out.
Huh.
Hold on, give me a minute here.
Do you think other you is trying to log in simultaneously?
Don't think so, because I've been in multiple games before.
Yeah, that wouldn't even make any sense because Roll20 doesn't even log you out when you log in multiple clients.
Yeah, exactly.
Because that's what my mind went to. I was like, is Gombo getting hacked live here on stream?
Internal server error.
But,
Quick,
yeah.
put your foot on the desk and type harder.
And you guys aren't having any problems?
No.
Nope.
No.
Super fun. I love it when God singles me out.
Have you tried switching browsers?
Yeah, I'm doing that now. Let's see. All right, so I made it to the launch game screen. I hit launch game.
While he's loading, I thought I'd share with you that I made earlier today. Guy Fieri with Guy Fieri bombs.
I just got kicked out of the game too.
Oh. Okay.
Uh-oh, Roll20 might be crashing.
No, what a great time for it to do that.
I know, right?
Son of beach.
Okay, it seems to come back for me at least.
Yeah, mine's
Okay.
fine.
Can you get back into game? Because
Sure. It's slow. We'll find out. At least it loaded the homepage of Roll20.
yeah, it's as far as I've gotten. And then every time I click launch game into Michael's game, it doesn't send me back to the home screen. It fully logs me out of my account.
Oh, yep, did the same for me.
What the fuck?
Mhm.
Must be an update.
All right, y'all want to take 5 minutes and take a bio break?
Yeah.
That works for me.
Be the time.
Whoa, half of the crew just got kicked.
They might be purging all the games of people just to take care of, all the ghost accounts that are perpetually logged in.
I mean, the real test is going to your game, see if Michael's still logged in.
Right.
Michael's
Yeah,
gone.
See if I'm still in there.
It kicked you on our end.
Yep, I see Luca and Kier and me. Who can hold on?
Probably you, Cope.
Yeah,
It's your favorite terrain. Well, if
Uh.
you're the Ghost in the Machine.
My favorite terrain.
Why is it always on Wednesday nights? Like this shit happen?
Well, to be fair, we're not checking on other nights.
I've checked on Tuesdays very often because that's when
Oh.
my other session is, and I haven't had a problem.
All right. All right. Taking a bio.
I get a drink. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I probably should really fill out my water.
Is anyone still in game?
Yeah, apparently.
Kenneth is the one fucking kicking us out. Is what I learned.
On my end, it's still showing Cope Loki in as well, but could just be it hasn't decided to kick us yet.
Let's see. I'm gonna try going into a different game other than Michael's. See if that does anything.
There wasn't any scheduled maintenance notification or anything, was there?
Not that I saw.
I just tried to log in and it didn't even get to the home screen. It just took me right back to the login page. To log in again.
Well, yeah, it's saying internal server error. Good news is that it doesn't seem exclusive to just your game. It's a Roll20 wide thing, apparently.
Well, I guess
That's
we'll see if they fix
That's
it.
some raw ass timing.
I guess we'll have to see if they fix it in a reasonable amount of time for us to fucking finish the session.
Yeah.
Or else we'll just have to fucking do something else. I don't know. Because, yeah, kind of need the stuff on there.
Yep.
Yep. Well, me and Richard bought Foundry.
Wait. I got a different screen. Let's see if it's good.
I'm back.
Still trying to log in.
Gotcha.
All right.
Well, it's
I-
showing,
I got a Barrow Walker.
I
Mhm.
think I'm back. Let's make sure it doesn't shit the bed in the next 2 seconds.
Quick, everyone, wiggle your tokens. Knock him out.
Yeah. Okay, I'm back in.
All right, I'm trying to log in. The last time, though, it didn't even take me to, like, my account. It just took me from the login page to the login page.
Yeah, that was weird.
I'm pretty sure that means they made a change in the matrix.
I'm going to try opening another. Yeah, it's not letting me back in now. Oh, wait. Nope. Not letting me log back in.
Yep.
Thanks, Roll20. Always finding new and creative ways to fucking get destroyed. Like when they let me open up a browser in their fucking handouts page or whatever.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
So I could go and log into Roll20 and Roll20.
How's that cereal, Richard?
Oh, I was muted. Sorry.
Serialicious.
Part of a balanced breakfast and or dinner.
Oh no, sorry. I made pork and beans, and that was just a couple crackers I had with it.
Mhm.
But they're Triscuits, so they're loud.
I'm back.
Well, it fixed for Gombo, so I figure it's gonna fix for me in a couple minutes. But
So
yeah.
far, yeah.
Man, it's still logging me out.
Trying now.
Have you tried a different browser, maybe? Maybe it's having issues. I don't know.
I'll give that a shot.
I tried a different browser, and then I still wasn't working. Then I moved back to the first browser. Now it's working.
Because I know yesterday when I was working on stuff, it would launch the game, but then it would just sit on a black screen and would not move. And then I tried changing browsers and it helped, but I'm not sure.
That's definitely not the issue that we're having.
Yeah. Okay. Just
When I
gotta
go to
mention it.
log in, I get a splash window that seems to be like a DDoS protection software.
Jesus.
It's scanning me.
It
It
says Michael's back.
it seems to have let me log in with Chrome. So I'm in with Chrome.
I'm trying with Chrome as well.
Interesting.
Nope.
Oh yeah, I'm sitting here on Chrome.
Mm-hmm.
Nope, Chrome didn't work for me.
Yeah, I'm on Firefox and I haven't had a problem, but I don't know.
Trying back to Firefox.
An error was encountered. Okay. Don't worry, it's not like you triggered the end of the world, right? Thanks, Roll20. Your snark is always appreciated.
Now we just lost a Michael.
Yep.
Just makes me think there's like a DDoS attack or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nope, I was able to get back in Firefox.
Oh, maybe. Oh, there we go. I'm in for now.
I think I'm about to be in. Yep,
Oh,
I'm
no.
in.
Almost. I saw the everything start to pop up and then
Oh, me too.
got booted.
Same thing just happened to me.
Dangling that thread of hope.
I wonder if we can access their forums on their website and see if there's anything going on. Let's see. Community.
Yeah, it looks like they're reporting outages. I just stepped into downdetector.com and Roll20 is spiking.
Who the hell attacks a D&D website?
Could just be their servers are having issues.
My first thought was like, is this an attack from D&D Beyond?
No, because they're partnered with them.
For now. They're already trying to make
Yeah.
their own tabletop game system.
What was the one we've been considering going into?
Foundry.
Foundry.
It's one where you have to pay for, and then you download, and you have to set up your own servers and stuff.
Mhm.
But
It's
apparently,
them.
as a
It's them,
yeah,
the most likely culprit.
oh yeah, that's the only thing that the really barrier of entry is you have to pay for your own servers. But I was looking at it like I can just pay the same amount I'd be paying for a Roll20 membership.
hmm
You just have to pay the $50 up front for the actual program.
Mhm.
And they have
Yeah.
like all of like first edition Pathfinder implemented, I think, or at least most of it, like all the feats and stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
So it's all drag and droppable.
Yeah, at 6:59, the reports go from 0 to 1,409.
That was about a 100% increase from
Mhm.
2 minutes ago when I first checked on it.
Well, I don't know, man.
Yeah, that kind of sucks.
Oh, they're gonna log me back out again.
Do you want to play a quick game of something and see if it's better in like 15 minutes or so? 15, 20 minutes, or however long it takes to finish a game of something short.
Like online Cards Against Humanity.
Yeah, we can do online cards. We have that one Gardic phone. We played that one time.
Oh, we haven't
they have a
done
story
Against
mode now.
Humanity in forever.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
let's do
fine.
Cards Against Humanity.
Yes, I'm good with that.
What was the game where we drew?
That was
And
Gardic
everyone-
phone.
Do you want to do Gardic Phone? I'm good with Gardic Phone. I love that one.
They also have
Either
a,
way, we might consider stopping the recording while we're on intermission here.
yeah.
Ah, yes. A plan. Another Christian.
So
Question
Luca murdered
is-
his daughter.
Luca, you murdered your daughter in our in the
Ah,
Gardic
shit.
segment of the game.
Mm.
No. The initiative's up for everyone.
I believe it ended with me hitting the thing for 10 damage, and it became Barrow Walker soon.
Yeah, we're gonna need you two to kill everything, please.
All right.
I like how me and Barrow are the muscle.
All right, I'm gonna move there. Can I acrobatics through its space?
Yes.
All right, so I'll do that. 36.
Oh, I hope it though.
Oh, sorry, 8. Sorry.
38 versus CMD, correct?
Yeah, +5, I believe.
Yeah,
That
see,
mile.
by a country mile.
All right.
And
So
you may
that
actually have to edit this week.
shucks.
that will miss, but then my that was my swift action attack. So then my actual attack. Nope, that'll miss as well.
You see,
GG.
they had to reset Roll20 because you were rolling well this week.
That's what it was. Had to put the jinx back on Barrow.
Well, that's my turn.
Here you see shambling snake-shaped bones attacking Vic. He hasn't attacked Mark yet.
Yeah. Got 2 of them left for today, so bombs away.
29 will surely hit,
Especially on touch.
or 15 fire.
Did you get your +1 damage from point blank shot?
Oh yeah, 16.
One more. All right. Merrick.
Was expecting to be in melee range when he moved into the spot, so he doesn't have his a melee weapon drawn, so he'll use a unarmed strike. Wait, no. Don't have attack action anyway, so I'll go ahead and pull out the weighted spear then and take a swing.
That will hit for 6.
I'm using the bludgeoning end.
Use
So
the
that would-
bludgeoning.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I like the weighted spear.
And I think that's it.
Would Vic have line of sight from here?
Line of sight, yes, but obviously
Would
you're
he
not-
be able to fling his chain flail over there or no?
No, not at this angle.
Yeah, he'll just heal himself. One he has in his hand.
Yeah, with 2 allies in the hallway and a flail, trying to.
It's not pretty. He'll also take a 5-foot step back to give everybody some room. Or actually, he'll move back. Okay, that's it for him.
So the one up top is going to take a strike at Merrick.
I'll miss.
And the one on the bottom is going to take a strike at Barrow. Or actually, let me check something real quick. Actually, instead, this one is going to do its Dance of Death. So I need Barrow and Luca and anyone that can see the one on the bottom. But I think it's just you two.
Mhm.
To give me a will save.
10. What did I roll on that one? Oh,
18 plus 1 if it's a charm effect.
I'm gonna use my hero point to re-roll that one. 20.
I don't think we can do that. I think it's only reflex thing.
I think if you burn it, you could. most
Oh,
likely.
okay, then never mind. I guess just 10.
So for you, Bear, you are going.
Did
What?
anyone else hear that? He broke up really
Oh
bad.
yeah,
there.
he broke up hard. That's what happened last time on my end, right before everybody got booted.
Michael, you're there.
Hello.
There you
Yeah,
go.
I can hear you now.
Okay. So 2d4.
What happened to Barrow? We didn't hear what you said.
Yeah. He's dazed for 4 rounds.
Gotcha. Real question though. Did his daughter see that? See if we can't kill this child yet, Richard. Don't worry, your character will have motivation, I swear.
Well, even if she.
I know, it's harmless. I'm just joking.
She's just looking at like deer in headlights now.
This is what happens when you dabble in necromancy.
There we go.
Actually, she's fascinated in the background.
You should just be able to apply daze to your character.
Yep, I did.
Another swing. 14.
14's gonna miss.
Damn. That's all I got.
All right, Barrow, you were dazed by the Dance of Death.
Just quickly looking up what dazed does.
Can't take any actions, but you take no penalty to the AC.
So I guess that's my turn then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Once more, throwing the bomb. So 17 for 11.
All right, that will hit.
And I'm a retreat.
Run away.
Yeah, bring him back to all of us, Merrick.
Meanwhile, Merrick's like, you son of a bitches left me here.
Don't worry, I got him. Take a swing with the blunt end of the weighted spear again. 16 for 6.
16 for 6 will hit. And using the blunt end?
Yep.
All right.
Then I will. Can I 5 foot back diagonally, or do I need to go straight back?
You can 5 foot back diagonally this way.
Alright. And I think that's it.
All right, Vic.
Vic will stow his wand as he moves up and prepare an action to hit the bones if they appear in front of Merrick.
I still don't know if necessarily.
I mean, if they appear here.
Okay, yes, you could hit
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you, from this angle, you're not gonna have a
Yeah.
shot. All right. So this one is going to 5 foot step up and begin doing its dance of death. So I need saving throws from Merrick, Vic, and I don't think Kier can see it. Can you? Kier can't see it.
Do you say fortitude save?
No, probably not.
It'd be a will save.
We'll save. All right.
Will save, yes. Vic, you save. Merrick, you save.
I doubt this matters. Vic's was actually a 26.
No, it doesn't matter.
Nope, that fails. 18 still succeeds, so.
I didn't hear that.
This one is then going to 5 foot step up to Luca and take a bite at him.
Yep.
Did I already do that this round?
No.
Nope. Because he danced to death and then it went around.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, that'll hit me.
And you give me a fortitude save for the paralysis.
Just double checking, make sure.
And you're a fighter.
God, please die in front of your daughter.
You can make an extremely low age category character.
And it's
Like
the perfect. It's the ideal start to a D&D character, really. If you
Now-
think
And
about
she
it.
becomes a necromancer.
A child who has a summoner Eidolon is a very popular pick. In Pathfinder 2nd Edition, that's their iconic character.
Listen,
as
stop
a
trying to
child.
kill my character before I can even become a damn Hell Knight.
Just saying.
But
undead
I'm gonna
Eidolon-
burn one of my points to try to re-roll this.
Fair enough.
Weak.
Wow.
Nice.
I guess it was meant to be. I'm paralyzed.
You are paralyzed. The duration, you're paralyzed for 1d4 rounds, so I'll let you roll that. Be the master.
Oh joy. Hey, only one round.
You're only paralyzed for one.
Well, the Richard roll pay us all.
We're just all pitching a new character idea.
Now, look, I know you're alive, but could you die?
But hear me out.
No. Hear me out. Play a spiritualist where your phantom is Luca. Protecting his daughter after death.
I mean, that's a cool idea, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Come on. Okay, Luca's paralyzed, so I don't think he can do anything.
No, Barrow Walker stays. Can't do anything.
Mm-hmm.
Bearwalker, just leave him.
I can't do anything.
Although
Oh,
I'm no
God,
longer
you are
paralyzed, though.
dazed.
Well, if you can't leave, then just don't help him.
Mhm.
Might be able to do that.
Well, where it's at, it's got cover from me. So can't really do any sort of ranged at him from here.
Can you attack Luca?
Hey, I'm free again. I lost my turn. I'm no longer paralyzed, okay?
I mean, maybe if I stole the bow from the dwarf game, but
I reach into an extra-dimensional portal. I'm Mug Fergus. If I get 20s in a row, can I do that?
I'm gonna pull out a Tanglefoot bag in case it rounds the corner.
All right. Merrick.
Fully expecting it to not round the corner, you'll 5 foot step up and give room for Vic to close in and take another swing with the spear.
That'll miss.
What is with our wacky rolls? We're really good in boss fights, but against NPCs, like the random mooks, we struggle.
Yeah. Vic will 5 foot step up, use a move action to choke up on his flail, and swing away.
17 will hit. All right. This one is then going to take a bite at Merrick. There we go.
Oof.
Doesn't confirm, but 11 points of damage and a fort save, right?
Hit for a save.
14.
14 is close. You just make it.
All right.
So you are not paralyzed. The other one is going to take another bite at Luca. He needs
For some reason, my HP didn't update. There it goes. That'll also hit for another 7. Let's see if I get paralyzed. I should have a good chance of succeeding this.
Yeah, I know. You're the
In
fighter.
theory.
There we go.
There you go. You're not paralyzed. Just caught you by surprise the first time.
Hmm. Okay, I'm gonna try to punch this bastard.
Punch him.
Nope.
God.
At least I'm not paralyzed, I guess.
Don't worry, guys. One more turn, and then I'm back in the.
I forget.
action.
Can we drink a potion as a swift action in this? Is that what we ruled?
No, that's a 5th edition thing.
I wasn't sure how we ruled it in this one. If we drank it as a move action or whatever.
Don't think it's in the house rules, so I think it's still a move action.
But I could drink it as a move action because I haven't used a move action.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
I
thought it
think
was
the
a
house
standard
ruled
action.
it,
'cause
but
isn't
said
there
we
a-
could.
There's a whole feat for that.
I don't know. I'll just not do it then. It's not a big deal.
I'm actually just going to look up because it's pretty important.
I know it was a house rule that we talked about. I'm not sure if we decided to do it or not.
Is drinking
It's an action to drink it, I think, normally.
is a standard action. Jeez, yeah.
Yeah. 'Cause I remember that's a whole thing about a drunken master monk is that you can drink really fast.
That's fine then. That'll be my turn.
All right. Pharaoh,
Dazed.
Kier.
Yeah, I'm kind of pointless in the fight at the moment. Out of bombs, out of have the regular Tanglefoot bags, but again, he's got cover and allies. Can scoot over here, still have cover. So just gotta wait for the positioning to get better.
All right. Merrick.
Another swing with the spear.
That's a hit. Do another 7.
All right, Vic will use a move action to study his target and swing away.
All right. With that hit, you knock one of its mandibles clean off, but it is still just up. Able to hold together its construct form. It's going to snap one last time at Merrick.
He says one last time. That means we're about to yakety sax miss this thing.
Miss.
Yep.
Last form. This one in much better condition fighting Luca is going to attack him again
That'll actually miss me for once.
and miss.
Okay. I'm going to punch him again. Maybe. Probably not. 13.
Yes.
Oh, that's all I can do.
You know I'm dazed.
This is your last round, I think, isn't it?
Yep.
The positioning hasn't really changed.
Yep. You want to do
So-
anything?
No.
All right.
Kier starts carving his name in the table with an eye.
Thing, it looks
Makes
like it's
that
about to,
S.
it'll do it. Yep. How do you take it out?
going the golf swing route, twist the spear, and just wind up and drive for the downrange. Probably take its head, sling it all the way across the room.
Grip it and rip it.
The head pops right off of the spine there and shatters against the wall of the cave.
Please don't say grip it and rip it in the context of a snake.
Touche.
I'll use my move
All I
action
can
to-
think of is like a Beyblade joke in there.
Hilarious. God, why did I like that show when I was a kid? I look back on it. It's such a stupid concept.
It's such a stupid concept, but I watched it too. I'm pretty sure it came out during a drought of anything good to watch, so if it was mildly passable, people thought it was great.
Yeah.
Vic, you're up.
It was also my
As I
Metabot,
go there,
first
can I drop
season
my
action.
spear and draw my bow? Part of the move action.
Yeah.
Oh, 5 more feet. Vic will shake Barrow. Hey, wake up, man.
How are you?
All right, but is that all you can do, Vic?
Good news is, it doesn't crit me. I still shouldn't be instant dead.
You say that.
This thing is about to get thrashed, but it's going to take another hit at Luca.
That'll miss.
Miss.
For flavor's sake, I will say that him missing it could also be like flavor-wise, he's trying to get this thing to not get through the doorway while he's fighting it.
Yeah,
'Cause,
yeah,
you know,
that's
his daughter's on the other side.
Yeah.
But in gameplay terms, I just suck. Punch him. 21, I hope will hit for 8 points of damage. Bludgeoning.
Yep. Barrow, you're up.
All right, no room to do any acrobatics funny business. But I'm no longer dazed.
You are flanking, though.
Yep. So add +2 to this. Hey, that might actually do something. 20.
Yeah, 20 will hit.
All right, and this is bludgeoning because it's a hammer. So that is 13 damage.
Minus 13.
And at the start of its turn, it'll provoke from me.
Okay, Kier.
He double moved already.
Okay,
Short legs.
Maddox.
All right, I will take a pair of blunt arrows and flurry of arrows at this guy.
The first one hits, the second one does not.
The second one is a 14, if that makes a difference.
It does not.
So 5 damage.
In their blunt,
Yes.
they have our blunt.
Yeah, I specified blunt arrows.
Ooh. All right.
Can he move to there?
We'll say yeah.
He's a dwarf. He's small. Flanking, so he gets sneak attack and power attack. And do we still have Blessing of the Watch up?
Yes.
Yeah, that lasts
As
for a couple,
for-
like 4 hours, I think, now. So
Yeah.
Yes.
It is a miss.
first off, Barrow gets an attack, I believe.
Yep.
Oh, then I also get an attack of opportunity
All right, so that'll hit.
because of paired opportunist.
Oh, nice. I always forget you have the free things because you're Inquisitor.
10 more bludgeoning.
11 more bludgeoning.
That's
21
21
total.
damage.
It is still barely up.
Motherfucker.
Luca.
I
Yep.
think it has to make. It didn't take its turn yet. If you want to have it
Yeah.
attack.
That was just AOs.
But
Yeah.
if it,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have it attack Barrow because to eliminate the amount of things that can attack it.
And that'll hit.
I believe it's a fortitude. So
Yep. Hey, that exactly
Yep,
beat
that
it.
actually beat the paralysis DC.
I still can't believe I rolled 2 2s in a row. Anyway, I'll make my
Okay.
attack. You don't.
Did you
skip the
miss
turn order.
Luca?
Yeah, you're in.
Yeah, you don't have to skip the turn. Oh, I was gonna say because I can just make my every attack.
No.
Power attack's on. Bless is on. Flanking is on. So that's
Okay.
21 points of damage.
Okay, so you send this thing to negative 16. So tell me how you beat it.
As he goes to attack Barrow, and it bites at Barrow, and it pulls back. It pulls back right into my hand as I just palm the skull that makes up its hand. And you see just crush into powder as I squeeze.
Nice.
Now that everyone's around here and it's safe enough to like put in my full effort into not having to keep it from getting to my daughter.
Now you don't have to hold back.
Yeah.
But with that is the end of the combat.
Is everybody okay? As he says that, he'll go ahead and use a channel. Let's see. Make sure I have some left. Yeah, I got plenty. All right. Get 6 hit points back.
You all begin to see me filing out of the room with holding a little girl's hand as I walk out.
Wait, is that her?
Is that the
Yes.
daughter?
This is my daughter, Sophie. We should probably get somewhere that isn't dangerous like this.
Right. Yes. Let's go.
Yep, he just holds her hand
Yeah,
like,
we
come,
get
let's
everything we
go
can.
meet your mother. I don't know if people need to still search the caves, they could, but Luca is definitely going to get out of here after that, especially that last fight. Be like, nope, not risking it.
So let me know where everyone else is searching. But Luca is going to be gone.
I can move so he could get out.
Yeah. Do we need
Did
me
you
to
go-
move me to the map, or can we just say that I left? Because I'll just leave my token here.
Yeah, if you want to still see this map, we need to leave your token. But if
I'll just say that as long as it's safe and I don't have to worry about things, I'll just file out of the dungeon and wait for him outside in the graveyard.
Oh yeah,
Mer-
I should.
Merrick,
I'll
would
search
you use
inside
detect
that.
magic in this room?
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
look at the books as well.
Yeah, Vic was going to look at the books too with you.
Don't know if you do a book burning.
you a detect magic and with your combined search, it's pretty easy to find stuff. In the library, you find books and scrolls, mostly treatises on necromancy and the arts of crafting golems. But there's a surprisingly large number of books about disease and plagues here as well. Anyone do a knowledge check? Yeah, if you want to do a knowledge check using this library, grants you a +2 circumstance bonus on the check, no matter what it is.
Okay.
The collection of books as a whole is worth 300 gold pieces. There are 2 magic scrolls wedged between the pages of a thick picture book on humanoid anatomy. These scrolls are of Identify and of Command Undead.
Question: when you say some of the books are about necromancy, do you mean about how to perform necromancy, or just kind of like the vague school of necromancy, which is a different thing?
Both.
Okay, I'm going to take the ones on how to make undead, put those to the side because I'm going to need to destroy those. The ones that are just about the vague magical school of necromancy, like, oh, anatomy, cure light wounds, all that stuff. That's fine.
Probably burning anything with the name Amadeus written on it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, those will never stop coming, and they don't
How
stop
I
coming.
Boned Down and How Can You Do as Well by Amadeus.
How to Overthrow a Kingdom in 3 Easy Steps.
Yeah, I'll destroy any of the books.
Eating
about
a
actually
black
making
dragon.
it.
Bone Daddy, in his own words.
I'm sure that will reduce the value of the library, but I'll destroy a few books. Not the entire thing. I'm not super scorched earth here.
Yeah, I will say getting rid of any of the illicit text on necromancy will lower the amount that you get from the books to about 250 gold pieces.
It's fair.
That's worth it.
So I'll change that on here, and then I'll put it in the chat for you guys.
Just got a very particular faith. I think no about this kind of thing.
Nice.
No, the Florida Gator got into the chat.
Sorry,
That's okay.
forgot I was unmuted.
But you do know that gators can make that exact same sound.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really neat watching their mating calls when they do the subsonic and it all vibrates. The water vibrates above them.
And then they all get to a big pile, and then the double penises come out, and then they start crawling around on top of each other.
Yeah, see, I never take the porn that far.
He's strictly into softcore gator stuff.
He's really in it for the plot.
Anyway,
That
Well,
was amazing.
you also find this secret door.
Oh, bully.
Oh, can we squeeze through there?
Yep.
All right.
Ow.
Gonna die in here.
I
Your
believe
tank's gone.
the squeezing through these secret tunnels is difficult terrain for medium creatures, but we're out of combat, and
Yeah.
you have taken out everything in this dungeon. So
No, we're back in the room where we fought the things. I guess we never took the time to really look through this room, so
We were in the middle of a fight when we were in this room, to be fair.
yeah. So do a little searching here.
Another detect magic.
Yeah. Man, imagine if we had discovered that before we went around. Lucas' daughter would have flipped the fuck out of us coming through that wall.
Right. Also, I know that there's a room over here we didn't look at, but I'm not like there. So if you guys want to,
Yeah.
it was where the I think it was the flesh golem or the weird monstrosity,
Golem.
carrion golem, yeah, where it was. So there's might not be anything in there, but
Yeah.
But 25 to search this room.
25 to search the room. Okay.
Look like toilets.
So it's clear that the flesh golem at some point before you guys arrived rampaged through this room. The Darrows didn't really have control over it.
mhm.
Locked in the closet so that it couldn't mess anything else up. However, a fair amount of surviving treasure can be found in this room with your perceptions and the detect magic. You can find enough material to cobble together a slab in here. There are 3 doses of vermin repellent. There are 2 tanglefoot bags, 4 doses of black adder venom, a hybridization funnel, 2 doses of silver sheen, a handy haversack, 3 potions of cure moderate wounds, a potion of lesser restoration, a potion of invisibility, 2 scrolls of false life, and a scroll of dispel magic.
Damn.
There's a lot
Wow.
there.
That was
Also,
a loot.
that funnel, I just googled it real quick. That'll be definitely a thing that Kier would want.
What is
combining-
that?
It combines 2 splash weapons of alchemical nature into a single flask.
Oh, nice. Yeah, most of that stuff sounds like it's gonna go to him.
Can he use it multiple times?
Yeah, I think it's a crafting item.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
the hybrid funnel. It's a wondrous item, actually. It's a cheap item, but it's definitely handy. Sad thing is it doesn't work on potions, elixirs, or extracts. It's only alchemical splash weapons.
Still, making a lot of those.
Yeah.
That's how he do.
Fight a bunch of zombies, well, holy water and a tanglefoot bag together.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's head down here to the Gimp's closet.
I need to remember that item when I make. There's a build I want to do involving super strong holy water, and then there's a feat that lets you combine 2 holy water vials that makes them stronger, and then a series of feats that make your default holy water stronger, and then you can do that to merge it with something else just to make the ultimate fuck you holy water. It'll do like 8d6 damage.
It's pretty nice holy water.
Like a 5 feet deep build. Yeah. I'll hear all
You get to the
Nope.
closet.
I am in the closet.
Do a little detect magic in here.
All right. The storeroom.
Well done.
Kier
Kier.
got a 28 perception though.
Yeah,
Damn.
the tree is full of broken crates and shelves, foodstuffs and firewood, sort of supplies. There's not much that's really useful in here. The carrion golem kind of smashed everything.
All right. Fellas, I'm kind of turned around under here. Which way should we head?
Let's check this main room here. And then I believe we have all the parts of Walks Freely. Yeah, there's a chamber to the south here.
And it looks like
yeah.
possibly to the east as well.
Yeah.
This is
I'll
south
check.
of the
Or that okay, it looks like on the way out.
Yeah, I'll stop here and do a perception and let Michael do his
Oh.
thing.
Sorry.
Yep. So this room, you find several prison pits with some people inside. This is probably what Cabbage Head meant. If you remember, that he was going to put you in a hole and feed you later.
Mm-hmm.
Do these people look sane?
Yes, they are. Actually, at this point, they are probably realize that you beat the wardens of this prison and are asking for your help.
how steep is that ledge?
Gonna sense motive real quick. I don't know. It could be a mimic.
They seem like genuinely like they want to get out of the hole.
All right.
All right, let's give them a hand.
All right.
Presumably, the Dara who are shorter than us had a way to get them out, so we should have a way to get them out.
I got a rope.
That'll do.
Wait, do I?
Yeah, I was trying to find exactly how deep.
I mean, you've got your Dorn Durger that's basically
Mhm.
a chain.
Oh, let's say they're
True.
They're only
10 feet deep? Yeah, that's far enough you could just like lay down on the ledge and stick your arm down and haul them up.
So yeah, you're able to pull all these people up and escort them out if you so please. They do seem to just be people who are being kept prisoner here.
I do have a rope and a grappling hook. I'm gonna throw the grappling hook at him.
He does.
Joke.
No, I think we get them all out.
Yeah.
I'll give them directions back to the entrance. I leave it up to Vic, Merrick, or Kier if they want to escort them. I'm gonna finish searching this place.
I got help with the search.
Inquisitor. I got to keep searching.
All right, they're going to leave.
They'll find their way out.
I do give them like directions, like down that hallway, back that way. You know, if you see an owl skeleton, piss yourself and keep moving.
Did you learn about the trap on the way out?
The what? Cool.
Oh,
I'm gonna assume that we did. By the way.
Even if you didn't, I'll tell you, the trap only goes off if you stay around in the hallway, which you guys never did.
Ah, I see. So this tunnel looks like it goes deeper.
You can investigate this tunnel and how far deep it goes. It is enough for you to get through for quite a little while, but eventually it does slant off to the point that even Kier can't squeeze through it anymore.
Hmm.
any of the spells we got gaseous form? No.
I'm looking. Would this work?
Now that's just collecting rumors from people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's just a dead end for us.
Well, I don't think that's. I think that's. Let me see.
Yeah, this is definitely. It's not about a location. It can be
Yeah.
about a topic or an individual.
So I think you could probably, if you did that here, you might be able to see past scenes that involve this tunnel, because it doesn't look like it is actually about asking people. It just provides
it's
knowledge
as-
as if you had gathered
It's as
information.
if you had asked local people to this spot, and it just shows you scenes that are going on. So if you're cool with that, Michael.
I mean, isn't it a requirement to ask people?
No, it's basically like I go back in time and just see snippets of scenes that have transpired here, and I get information as if I had asked local people here.
So if local people do not know about this hole, then they
Okay.
would get nothing.
Yeah, then you don't glean any information from it.
Well, it could be argued that the local people here are the residents.
Then you're saying it's a level 1 speak dead?
Or you're not really asking questions, just kind of seeing history, but I don't know. That's how I interpret it. But
It says since the information gathering doesn't involve actual interaction with people, only observation, the target can use her perception. So it's basically like you would see the scenes of what happened here, but you would gather no more information than if you were just using diplomacy to gather information. So it doesn't unlock like secret spy stealth, I guess is what it's trying to do. But if you're not cool with that, that's fine.
I think either way, you don't really find anything here.
I think we're good to go. We searched everything else.
But that's not going to be my hard ruling on it, because I don't know about this spell yet. Actually, I haven't seen this spell until this campaign.
Yeah, it's one of the ultimate intrigue. It's one of the weirder ones.
I'll be right back, guys. I have to use the restroom really bad.
Yep.
Alright.
I've seen a lot of people negotiate it to seem a lot more powerful than I think it should be. Because a lot of people I've seen like on forums and stuff start making arguments to make it sound like it's like a level 1 clairvoyance and stuff, which seems not right.
So I think
Yeah, I don't like it for an area because it specifically says when the target concentrates on a particular topic or individual.
Yeah.
So it's supposed to be rumor gathering where you don't talk to anybody, you just kind of see the rumors happen about a topic or an individual. So I would say a hard no for a spot.
but at this point, you guys have been to every room in this dungeon.
Okay.
Rock and roll.
That was the
Right.
Let's go kill Luca's daughter.
Yeah, let's give her that Batman origin story.
Mhm.
Man, how salty would Richard be if it turns out this entire time this was like supposed to be the prologue, and he was the only one not in on it, that we were all going to kill his player character, and that was the plan the entire time.
Oh God, that'd be
That would-
dark.
That would be a very big breach of trust.
Mm. It's only the trick we pulled on crap, I'm blanking on Cope's character from the last campaign.
Eagles?
Emmanuel.
Emmanuel,
Oh, yeah.
and the guest line we did against him wasn't like team complete murder betrayal.
It's pretty good stuff though. I got
I'm
to
back.
AFK for a second.
Damn it.
You left right when I got here.
Yes, literally the exact same sentence.
I know, I heard. Sorry, I had pork and beans tonight, so bathroom breaks are inevitable.
Mm-hmm. Well, at least it isn't the website dying on us again.
Right.
Hitchcock gets back and website dies. Yeah. Yeah. Said we've been everywhere in this dungeon. Only other place we haven't really super examined is the Adiog's pit, but
Because we have all
it's
the
the
body
Adiog's
parts.
pit.
Yeah, I think we have all the body parts now.
Yep, you found the rest of the body parts. You're missing the torso and the arm, and they were together.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, I don't think we highlighted enough, but really good job recreating all these maps, Michael. They look really good.
Takes me a while, so thank you.
Yeah. I know that I was thinking about redoing all the maps for Carrion Crown, and I did 2 of them, and that took me like 4 hours to make them look good. So when I was doing that, I'm like, you know what? Gonna extend the the compliments to Michael because these look really, really well done.
Oh yeah. I've had to remake some in the past, and I probably will going forward. But I also look at all the community resources to see if anyone else has remade them already, and steal them.
Yeah, I just have that little like brain twitch that makes my life more miserable. Where if the art styles don't match, I start tweaking.
Yeah, I can't be that picky because I'm not that good at Photoshop of any kind. And the dungeon draft helps me quite a bit.
That's what I mainly use, honestly.
Honestly, that was one of the best purchases. That one, I got that one, and I got Wonder Draft, which helps with map making, like world map making. And the 2 of those together are definitely worth the purchase I paid for.
Yeah, I use Incarnate for all my maps.
Yeah, that was pretty good. I just don't really, as much as I can avoid, I try not to do anything that has like a subscription base for stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like if I could just pay and use it, I'd be fine with it.
I just end up paying the yearly subscription, so I don't worry about it.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah, for me, it's just a moral standpoint. I don't like the fact that the whole world's going to subscription based for everything.
Yeah.
So I try not to participate as much as I possibly can.
But also, I mean, they update the Incarnate a lot, so I get why it's subscription. They
Yeah.
add more assets.
I'm not shaming anyone for using the dang thing.
Like
it's just my own. It's my own personal stance about it.
Like when it started, it was only world maps, and now they battle maps and city maps.
That's very nice.
Yeah.
Man, one thing I wish I could afford, but it's so expensive and it doesn't implement on like digital, like Roll20 and stuff, is there's this website called Sirenscape that does music that they have tailor-made for each campaign of Pathfinder. And the music is actually really well done. I heard some of it. And like you can adjust like how loud like some of the sound effects are and everything. But it's ridiculously expensive. I'm talking about like hundreds of dollars per campaign for music.
Jesus.
But it's not like subscription. You actually get to like keep them.
I believe so, but you have to buy each campaign separately. But the amount of money you have to shell out is just ridiculous.
Oh yeah, no, it is ridiculous. I'm just saying it would be hundreds of dollars. Subscription would be asinine and would never talk to them again. But
I need to go out and look again and see what they are charging now. think we're still waiting for Cope, right?
Yep. Yeah, it looks like.
No, I'm back.
Oh,
Since when?
All right, I put back in the chat. Y'all were talking.
Yeah, it looks like for the 3 parts of like Outlaws of Akonstar, which is a new 2nd edition one, it's like $20 per part.
yeah. So that's what I'm saying, like $100 plus per campaign.
Yeah, it's still very, very expensive. And you can't
Like for the
exactly
amount
do
of
it on
work they put,
Roll20.
yeah, amount of the work they put into it, I agree they should get paid well, but like
Mhm.
I'd understand like maybe $40 for the entire campaign's worth of music, but basically you're implying like $120 I'm gonna have to pay to you people to have some nice music that doesn't even work for tabletop.
Yeah, it's only for physical stuff, which I mean I would like to do more in-person D&D if I could.
It's just
but
hard.
It never seems to work out anymore.
Yeah, it's hard to find people that are on the same wavelengths as you, and it's even harder when you're trying to do it in person.
Yeah.
Like the fact that I found the whole lot of you people, and then we still playing this together after this long.
Oh yeah.
Is already weird as fuck.
Mhm.
But anyway, I think we're all back then.
So I think we're leaving this dungeon.
Mhm.
Gotta return a body.
The Dead Warrens.
So, at the risk of sounding insensitive,
Mm.
would you just return the pieces of the body, or are you going to try and reassemble it, sewing it together, or should we present it in a coffin?
I'm just going to present the pieces of the body.
Yeah, and if you go back to Citadel Volshek, Cressida Croft will take it, and she'll. You might want to help her, and she won't stop you from it, but she'll make sure the pieces are presented in the most way possible. Before
Right in
being
the bucket.
2,000 bones.
Yeah, I want to make sure this all goes down as smoothly as possible. Never elaborating why.
And I'd probably split off from the group after we leave the Gray District to return the daughter to the mother.
Pretty clinical, but yeah.
Well, I was waiting until we get to that point because I was gonna like have like a scene and stuff, like between her and stuff.
As you guys exit the Dead Warrens, one thing you do notice is just one up and down for Trinia Sabor, the one that you rescued. She definitely would have been Nikata at this point without your assistance.
Huzzah, we did a good thing. Only half the party is good aligned. But hey, we did a good thing.
Right.
So it's not very eventful delivering the rest of the corpse to Thousand Bones. It's a pretty silent, somber affair.
Mm-hmm.
But after the show on TV take him away from the city, you guys are going to get your reward for this job.
Money, 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 money.
Money.
That's all we really care about here.
That's not true. I also do this so that way I can hurt people.
Well, we've done that earlier in the session, so you get to do the next one.
Yeah.
They always put reward for like what you get when you
Yeah.
In a really weird spot all the
Yes,
time.
they do. They're a little bit better about it in the 2nd edition modules, I've noticed. Like they list all the loot you'll find in the dungeon at the start of the dungeon.
I also
Yeah.
feel like they should have like a TLDR at the end, so you can like reference when you're not like wanting to read through the whole thing to find one little bit.
That's why I've decided to. I'm gonna have a physical notebook, and I'm gonna read through as I'm reading through the AP. I'm gonna make notes, like little bullet point stuff like that.
All right, I got it. So
that
you get 1,000 gold pieces in reward for them.
so 200 each.
Yes.
All right.
200 each, you said?
Yes. 1,000 gold pieces total.
Gotcha.
Sorry, what was that amount?
200 gold pieces each.
All right.
But other than that, yep, there are Hell Knights on the streets looking for Trinia, obviously, doing their patrols. But they don't seem to have found her yet. You guys are going to probably have about a week of downtime.
Where do we stand on riots and reopening of the city?
At this point, other than the fact that all the guard and Hell Knights are out looking for Trinia, things have more or less gone back to normal. It has recovered.
Let's see.
At least this active and open rebellion and riots are going.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna look for a magic item, but it's out of my price range.
Yeah, we're still in that iffy amount of money level.
Yep.
So out of curiosity, I have a adamantine arrowhead. Would that cover the cost for a masterwork durable, like the masterwork cost for that piece of ammo? I guess one of the things I'm curious about is if I know returnings only it says for thrown weapons, but is it possible to have a returning adamantine arrow?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I guess unless you throw the arrow. And then it becomes a dart more than an arrow.
In that case, I think I just want to have a adamantine durable arrow made so it doesn't break. I just have to keep finding it.
All right. I don't know how that would be balanced. I don't think that's.
Well, I mean, if he already has the arrowhead, I imagine you could just pay for the cost of a normal arrow to get it fitted onto the shaft and everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
I don't know. You said you already had the arrowhead, so that's why.
Yeah. A durable arrow costs 1 gold per arrow rather than 1 gold for 20. So.
I'm just waiting until I have to go ahead from you, Michael, before I start doing anything with the returning of the daughter and everything. Wanted you to get your.
Ready.
What was that?
Whenever you're ready.
Yeah. So while he's heading back with the daughter, he'd be asking her questions like, how she was, and he'd be doing the small talk thing, but he would ask some key things on the way, like, does she understand the magic that's in the book? Is she able to use magic now? Has she studied that much? Like, does she have access to the cantrips that she was studying?
Yeah, she would say that the person that saved her has been teaching her the spells and the cantrip, and she's been getting the hang of it.
Okay. He would also ask, if she could describe what this man looked like. If she would have any knowledge of that.
Yeah, she'd give you a description.
You don't have to give it to me right this second if you don't want to. You can just tell me later and everything. But I'm just like touching base of what he would ask her.
Yeah, just off of the top of the head. He's tall. He's skinny. He's got black hair. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's through the lens of a child, so she might not get like down to details anyway. So that's probably good. And then he would just check on her and ask her like just small things like how like what she's been doing other than reading, how that she got involved with Gator and Lamb, that kind of stuff. Like stuff that you don't have to like elaborate right during the conversation, but like basically checking up on her as they're walking. Eventually get back to his family home that his mother and wife have been residing in, and he's been separated from them with. And just does a slight rapping on the door. Waits for them to come to the door, and without lack of a better term, presents the fact that he has recovered the daughter and his daughter. And I'm assuming some happiness ensues.
Oh yeah, it's right up a Hallmark card.
And it would be one of those things that like he would just like celebrate with everyone, be happy that she's home, probably help his wife and mom get like the house fixed up and like a meal made. The day would wind down until it gets to like later in the night where they can eventually put her to sleep before he would make his way to speak with his wife.
All right.
And he looks at her. He's very serious. Abigail, we have to talk. When she was, for lack of a better term, imprisoned by whoever this serial killer, I believe, is, and like he would elaborate on that as he talks. Yeah, he's like, from what I can ascertain from speaking to her, he was very polite to her, but it's still a concern. I still will be looking into this. And while she's safe, she has picked up some magic from a book that he gave her, and a lot of it is necromantic in nature. I believe it is in our best interest and the best interest of our daughter that we enroll her in the academy. The best way we can do that is by me making enough money to support this lifestyle for her, but I believe it is going to be the best situation we can put her in. It will be hard for her and us from separating her from once again, but I don't think that I can maintain staying with her at all times to keep her safe, and I don't believe that we can keep her thoughts away from the magic she's learned, and the better way she can learn is through safer means that might not take her down the path of whatever this madman that was giving her this book was.
She says, that's a lot to take in. Do we really want to support the habit that he started?
I do not, but I mean, clearly, if she's picked up magic at her age, she's gifted in more ways than one. I'd rather not have her decide to do this behind our backs and learning through other methods. If we can send her to the academy, she can at least to learn to be productive and learn to use magic in a way that benefits herself and society, and keep her safe from the more dark urges that I've heard many wizards fall prey to.
Give me a diplomacy check.
Yeah. Let me see. My diplomacy is womp womp.
Smash cut to Luca standing outside the door getting slammed behind him.
He basically says that you've been gone for so long. I think we need to think about our decisions a little bit more
Mm-hmm.
before we jump into anything too hastily.
he would just nod and be like, "You're right. We do need to take some time together and reach a decision." I just felt like I should broach it, and I want what's best for our daughter. I want her to have the best life we could provide for her. And he kind of takes a deep breath, and I want us to be a family again, but I don't see this happening right away. I have made commitments in my methods of trying to find her, and I will be working with the organization that I joined even now. I do not intend to go back to the Guard, and I feel like I will be more distant than I was in the past, and that is not for lack of love. That is for trying to better our city for our daughter's future.
To that, she would say, "What's going on?"
And he would inform her of what's going on with him and how he did join basically a sect of Hell Knights that largely are more involved with like finding out abductions and less of the notorious shit that the Order of the Nail that we know about is. But the fact that I'm still going to try to be a Hell Knight is still probably not a great subject for just an everyday passerby in town. I would still get those glares the Order of the Nail gets, because just by association, and that itself is going to play into the connection of the family.
Yeah, the Order of the Nail, whose philosophy is, man, there are too many people living free in the wilderness.
Yeah, like I said,
subjugate.
It's going to be hard to avoid the comparison, even though he believes that his sect is vastly different to where, like, it's almost baffling to him that they're considered the same thing, but they still are the same thing. And he just basically says, they're the only ones that helped me look for her. They're the only ones that helped me find leads. And I believe I owe that to them to do the same for anyone we find in the future that also might be missing a son or a daughter or a sister or a brother. And while this might wind up being my calling, it is not going to distract from the fact that my family is important. I am just going about it in a different way than I have in the past.
She would then, well, at this point, she would say, I understand that you have to do what you need to do to make it up to the people that helped you. How much danger are you in, Luca?
I've honestly never been in more danger than I've ever dealt with since I've become this, but in doing so, I have saved our daughter. I have saved possibly the city from the deeds that we did tonight. From what I have gathered from the people exiting, we saved multiple people from whatever darkness was down in those catacombs. And I believe we have saved many innocent people from helping the riots from destroying the common man. Though I don't agree with what's going on in the city right now, I believe that what I'm doing will help better it. And I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I do not know how I am going to survive in this business, but I intend to survive. I intend to live and watch our daughter grow up and have her start a family and continue on in the same way. Whether you intend to separate from me still because of my actions, I will not fault you either way. And during this conversation, it would have come up with, like, he would have passed a sack of coins to her. Regardless of what you do, this is what I can spare right now. This is 200 gold to go towards you, our daughter, my mother, and more will be on the way as I can obtain it. Well, we should take some time to make sure that our daughter is safe and make sure she's okay and not been anything happened to her while she was missing beyond what we know. I do believe she should, even if she does not go to the academy, we should have somebody teach her some minor magics that are not based in necromancy in hopes that she will at least not be tempted.
All right, Luca, I'll think about it.
Mm-hmm. And then that would pretty much be whatever happens during the night. He probably would stay in the home with them and all that. He doesn't want to really distance himself from his family at the moment.
Yeah, for sure.
But that'd pretty much be largely what he would do for that day and everything. So.
All right. For the rest of this day, before you guys get some downtime, what is everyone else doing?
What I usually do, go back up to Old Corvosa, stake out the place for Jurgen.
Jurgen von Strangle.
Eventually.
You're gonna die.
I think Merrick's probably going to go back to the Sable Tower and just try to see how things are developing, since the last update was rather unnerving.
Mm-hmm. I've got a store to reopen.
Oh yeah. If you need a loan on stocking your inventory, Vic's gonna go back, check on Leopo and how things are going at the bank.
All right.
What is the Church of Abadar's official stance on money laundering?
It keeps the money nice and clean.
Yep.
Yeah, so there are two positions on that.
As there are on
Mm-hmm. And coin trimming?
coin trimming.
No, that's definitely a negative.
You don't fuck with the money.
That one's
Don't
definitely
fuck with the money.
by
Now, if the money needs to be reinserted into the circulation of the economy, some call that laundering, but
I
some
I love how in the Warhammer Fantasy roleplay game there is rules for coin trimming. That is such a great
What?
Yeah, there's rules for shaving off a little bit of gold around the edge of the coin and then melting it down to make more coin.
Love it.
And then merchants have to do a perception check to see if you're cheating them.
Yeah, that's why they had those little caliper
Mm-hmm.
thingies.
And like scales and shit.
Mm-hmm.
So, Eric, when you show back up to the Great Tower, it is much in the same way that you left it. They don't seem to be as much of a part as the effort to find Trinia. One, because they don't usually take care of that much of the law enforcement within the city, and two, because they're down quite a few of their soldiers.
Is there any more rumors on what the Queen is doing with the female members of the company?
All anyone is to tell you that the Queen is training some sort of special bodyguards.
Isn't the Sable Company supposed to be somewhat independent from the King and Queen?
Well, yeah, they're supposed to be.
What's the general feeling of the company regarding that? Just
Most of them are not happy with the Queen whatsoever at the
Right.
moment in the company.
all right. I think once he kind of talks around and just kind of gets some of that gossip, I think he's going to probably spend the rest of the time with his hippogriff and just get acclimated to his presence a bit more.
All right. Give me a handle animal check real quick.
I use my domain calm animals just to assist me in that. I don't know if it adds anything to the roll or anything, but I'll use it just for flavor if nothing else. And handle animal, 12.
You think you're getting there, and then it kicks you as hard as it can in the ribs.
Okay, that's fair.
Have you tried buying it in Xbox? That usually works.
Darrow, what did you say you were doing?
I am waiting outside that. I'm blanking on his name, but the 3 boat places, staking it out for Jurgen. He has to come out of there eventually. I'm gonna jump him when he does.
What did I have you roll last time? You remember?
No, I do not.
All right.
I want to say it was like a percentile or something, but
Do it simple. Roll me a 1d2. One, he comes out tonight. He comes out tonight.
excellent.
Searching over his shoulder. You can tell he's looking for you.
I'm gonna stealth up on him. 29. Gonna Assassin's Creed follow him through the crowd for a few minutes until he reaches a part where I can blackjack him.
All right. Yeah, he has no chance of seeing you, so.
Okay. You want me to do all the rolls for the blackjacking and the hidden strikes and everything like that?
Yep.
All right. So I will sprint up, flip over his head for my swift action one. So he's surprised for this. 23.
23 will hit for sure.
So that's 6 damage plus 5. This is all non-lethal, so that's 11. And I get my still surprised standard action attack. 23 again. For another 9 plus 13.
So how much total?
Okay, so let's see. That is 22 plus 11, so that is 33 right now.
Combo. You know
Yep.
how many this guy has?
15.
It's 33 hit points.
The funny part is because I was gonna ask then if that didn't take him down, though we'd have to do an initiative roll off, because if he wins, then I still get one more attack on him at the start of his turn.
So not only does that take him down, he's at 0, so he's not unconscious. So you get to do your Batman bit before you kill him.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab him by the collar and slam him into like a building wall, like in an alley or something. I'm gonna say, Gadrin's brother, who is he?
I think you mean his son.
His son? Was
Just-
that what it was?
I think
I
it was.
Whatever the I forget, the other lamb, the
Yeah.
one that I have the handout for it.
You knocked a couple of his teeth out when you hit him, so he has some trouble talking. He's like, does he have a son?
It would be wise of you to tell me everything you know.
At that point, he's probably just going to try to get away from you. Because you can do a sense motive on him for that. See if you think he actually does know about his son. But
21?
yeah, with what you know, he's only started working with Gadrin recently. And with the relative age of the son and Gadrin, it's possible that he never knew who Rolf was.
Gotcha. Shortly before we came, a man came to Gadrin and took a child away. Who was that man?
Gagent said he was the Keylok killer.
I see. Last question. This one's important. Several months back, you tricked an outsider from the city into helping you rob a barge, and then you betrayed him. What was that person's name? And out of character, I am firmly referring to myself. He just doesn't know it.
Oh, okay. I was trying.
Yeah, I'm doing it. That's why I when the silence I'm out of character, like, oh, I should probably clarify that.
He would. What name would he have known you by?
Well, that's the question. Would they even bother to remember? Because it feels very in character just to be like, I don't know. We kill a lot of people.
I mean, that's a good point. That's probably what he'd say.
Yep.
I don't know.
I stab him in between the ribs with a dagger.
All right, and that will kill him.
As I ease him down to the ground, I pull out 2 more copper coins, and I set it in one of his palms. And say, this city has too many people like you. Too many people like Gadrin. Lady of Graves, forgive me. I think I still have more work to do. And I leave him those 2 copper coins.
All right.
And that's all I had planned. For now.
All right. Just getting my stuff ready for the next day. All right. The next day, Kier, you are going to receive a letter basically just telling you that your shop is ready whenever you want to start selling out of it.
Yeah, no time like the present, especially if nothing's pressing other business-wise.
And how that's going to work is I'll just share with you right now. I've created an Alchemy Lab handout for. I'm just going to share it with everyone that I can show. And there wasn't a whole lot of stuff on drug creation in Pathfinder, so I just kind of did my own progression into the Alchemy Lab here. It's got instructions on the bottom for creating and crafting new drugs and replicating existing drugs.
Dude, you've got like the grand RV of meth labs.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have an assistant named Jesse?
Yeah, I was about to say you gotta take a loyal companion feat or leadership. Get your assistant. I'll be honest, someday when we play Vampire the Masquerade, since it is something that you can do, I fully expect it just to be Vampire Breaking Bad.
From this point, I just wanted to give that to here. You guys are entering downtime for 1 week. So you guys can give me what you guys want to do in that week, and we can just resolve it relatively quickly. I think probably in the session with that.
All right.
Guys, I'm going to jump on this because I was making a list. Let's see if this goes through. I was planning to sell these things. Make sure there's nothing in that list I just put up that y'all want to keep.
Does someone else already have? Do you already have Masterwork Thieves tools? Because that's a +2 on your disable device checks. If anyone doesn't have that,
Yeah, I don't have any thieves tools.
All right, you want to take those?
Sure, I can just take this.
All right, go ahead and put it on your sheet because I've scrubbed it from the loot list.
Yeah,
I just scrubbed the loot list of everything everyone's identified that they had, and I've pulled off the stuff that's on this list.
How much does that add to the disable device again? It was like +3?
+2, I think.
Okay.
Question for Kier. Did I give you a wand of magic missiles or do I still have that?
Don't have it marked down if you did. Doesn't look like.
Do you want it?
I think I would have to UMD it, and let me check.
Yeah. I think we discussed this before, and as UMD, you would have to get like a 20 something to activate it.
Got a +6 at the moment, but still.
By the time you're going to have enough to make it reliable and stuff, you're probably going to have better options. So.
Yeah.
And it's a
I think it's
wand,
probably
so it's
solid.
one magic missile a cast anyway.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It'd be
that
good
is
if like
kinda bummer.
if some of us was like one of us is like a sorcerer or a wizard at early levels, that wand would have been a godsend.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely.
Gombo, Blackadder Venom, and Blue Winnies.
I don't have poison use, so it's
Okay.
a dice roll every time I go to apply it. And as much as I love the idea of making
Sucks
a
in
poison-based
Pathfinder.
character, it's really not good in this game.
It's
Like-
really not.
Yeah,
Like
no,
I
every
would
time you see a poison archetype, I kind of just overlook it because it's so bad.
Yeah, I discovered that in Way of the Wicked.
Other-
Unfortunately.
It's
Other
definitely
question.
meant for NPCs and enemies.
Yeah.
I haven't sold stuff in a long time. You only sell for half price, right?
Mm.
And that's not just armor and stuff, that's everything.
everything.
So like if he said we got 2 silver rings worth 100 gold pieces each.
those sell at whatever price they're listed.
Yeah.
at.
Okay. All right.
The Robe of Bones you might not be able to sell because it's pretty dodgy.
Yeah, when they're saying that, they're getting the price people will pay for it when you sell it.
Okay.
But yeah,
Yeah, the Robe of Bones you might need to like turn in, like maybe turn into like the church to keep safe or locked up or destroy.
Always
I
give it
can't
to
imagine
Lucas'
a
daughter.
necromantic. I mean, she doesn't have control undead yet. That might not be the best move.
Is
She
the
has
Robe
the
of Bones
We
like
have a
a
scroll that
evil
we could
thing?
give her.
It is
Um,
a traditionally very evil magic item because
It's like not necessarily evil, like by like definition of like it's not like you have to be evil to wear it, but it's basically a robe of useful items where you can pull skeletons out of like patches that are on it.
which would be fantastic for a occultist build later that I have for a different campaign. But
But the thing is, you're not controlling them once you summon them out. You still have to then command them. Like you can't just pull it out and be like, okay, that's under my control. No, you have to pull it out and then command it.
yeah, you pull it out and then a zombie appears, but the zombie isn't under your control.
Yeah. Now it'd be nice to like if you were a necromancer and you're like above like on a platform above the enemy, and you just pull off a patch and throw it down, and then just dealt with the skeleton.
All right, so I'm taking Robe of Bones out of there. I'll just give that to which one of y'all wants to deal with it.
I mean, you're the church man. You could probably just hand it over to the church and say you found this, and it's
or
not,
just lock it in a vault for a rainy day. You
Yeah.
never know. I mean, that's out of character.
it's up to you what you want to do. If you want to try to sell it, we're not going to stop you, but it might be hard to sell.
I'll try and sell it because I don't think Vic would see the bad in it.
He's just following his creed by selling shit.
Putting it back into circulation, man.
I mean, listen, this is being done by the guy who follows the god of commerce, and he's the one selling our shit. Yeah, I think he has the final say for that.
Right.
Now that's worth 2,400. Would it sell for
It would sell for
1,200?
half.
Okay.
Yeah. Like if you look at the Robo Bones, it says the cost. You basically sell it for the crafting cost for any magical
Yeah.
item.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So that's a pretty penny. Michael, do you want me to do some diplomacy to see if I can find a shopkeep that's willing to dabble in those goods?
You certainly can if that doesn't violate your moral code.
No, not really. I don't care about necromancers.
Hmm.
Let's see. Somebody spent a lot of money and time making this thing.
The church would probably offer some sort of bounty for it, but I'd say that's maybe a quarter of the cost.
Well, let me back up. In this town is or undead, like
Necromancers are a thing in this and in Corvosa. Like the academy actually does teach necromancy, but I think summoning undead is technically not okay.
well, I think only a necromancer would buy this. It's worth a lot of money, and no one else is really going to get anything out of it except for making a skeleton that might kill them.
Okay, so Vic is gonna sell illegal goods to college kids.
No, I'm going to sell them back to the pawn shop where they can fake their IDs and buy them there.
Yeah, but you find a shady little pawn shop that'll take it for you.
Okay. All right. And there are 5 of us, so we'll split this 5 ways. All right. So I don't know. Will we meet back up again? I would definitely check in on Luca because I was kind of vested in his daughter, make sure she's doing all right, make sure there's no way that but I don't know where I would find him.
Well, you guys know where my house is, like the house that I've been staying in, which is technically, like, I think Luca would probably explain to you guys, the house he was staying in is the house that he bought with his guard money and that him and his wife were living in. But the one where his wife was living in at the moment was his growing up home. That's his mother's home.
Gotcha. All right. Well, Vic would, as we meet this week and bump into each other, he'd sort each of you out because now he really doesn't. He's really kind of lost. But 1,218 gold pieces and 5 silver pieces each.
Gotcha.
Oh, to each person? Jesus.
Yeah, that was a shit ton of stuff.
Yeah, that's a good chunk of cash.
Yeah, plus the rubber bones was a good bit. And
Yeah,
20%.
good. The man pays good.
Plus, I sold a bunch of stuff that was still in our loot list from our vault that we just weren't using.
All you had to do was sell your soul.
It's commerce, baby. I should have named my character eBay.
Oh, that does. You could spell it differently, like EIB.
EI.
EIGH.
No, you should name your character Amaz, and his last name is On.
Amazon. Well, then I'd have to deliver shit. I don't like that.
Or Jeff Bezos.
All right. So now that we've got that loot, I guess I'll just go through here. What are you going to do with your week of downtime?
Yeah, like I said, gotta get this store in order, running. So
Yep. So, running the store will act as your form of ambient income, so that you can. The store also features a living quarters, as many of the stores in Corvosa do. So you're able to move out of the Great Tower if you wish.
You just stop showing up one day.
oh no, I'd tell you. But
Okay.
plus, I think I told you about the
Yeah.
What
patronage anyway.
this week.
I think you told me you had an opportunity, but I don't think you mentioned that you actually moved on it.
You just don't show up. You just leave a note for Marek that says, "Have other accommodations. If boxes arrive at this location, do not pick up with your hands without gloves."
And please do not shake.
Also, leave my closet shut.
Do not inhale around box.
Shallow breaths only.
Yeah, everyone look at Vic just typed in the chat.
Yeah.
Mm.
Claim loot you want right now so you can get it all figured out. So yeah, what's that interaction like when Keir tells Merrick he's finally moving out?
From Eric's reaction, he's stoked for him. Like, oh, that's awesome, man. I'm glad things are finally coming together, and kind of give him either a fist bump or handshake or whatever the friendly gesture is in the era.
Hopefully
five.
it comes together. Right now, it's going to be a ton of work to make sure it all goes smoothly, but it's
If you
good
need
to
any
be
help,
back in business.
if you need any help, not much for the science behind it, but I'd be happy to help however I can.
Mhm.
All right. Luca, what are you doing with your downtime?
So a good amount of it would have been spent with his family, but in between spending time, he would return to management training him. I have his note. Murdoch,
Mm-hmm.
and say that he's ready, to inform him that his daughter's been rescued and he's ready to begin training in earnest to be a Hell Knight, and spend probably a lot more time the ins and outs of whatever that entails. Basically, building up to the point where he's going to be undertaking the trial pretty soon. Because mechanics-wise, it's probably going to be most beneficial to take the trial after we get to level 5.
Yep.
So basically, in another level, I'm going to be doing that, which could make or break my character depending on if I survive.
Indeed. Cool.
But that's largely what downtime's going to be doing, is just basically training and getting ready for that. I'd probably ask what it entails, what I'm fighting kind of thing. So any information they would give me, because I'm pretty sure that they give you the information and it's up to you to prepare however you're deciding to prepare. So if there's any rolls I would need to make for knowledges, I think I have knowledge planes trained, so basically give myself a little edge for that. Just let me know and I can do that in the future.
So what do you want to do?
Basically, as I'm training, they'd be informing me about the trial and stuff that I have to undertake. So when it gets closer to it, I would like to be able to roll a knowledge planes to determine what I'm going to be up against that they're going to be training me for, to see if I can glean some knowledge of how I'm going to be training for this, or what I might need to prepare myself with.
All right. I'll give that to you when we're closer.
Yeah, I didn't think we were going to do it right this second, so.
Yeah. But I'll let you do that when the time arises. Remind me when we get there.
Oh yeah, no worries.
All right. Vic, what are you doing with your downtime?
I figured it'd take him a day or two to sell all this stuff.
Yeah. So that's a part of it.
Then also he's gonna check in kind of on the merchants around. Not really going back to the people he used to collect on, but just kind of get a temperature of how the city's doing, or is everybody back up and running?
For the most part, all the shops are back up and running. The academy is still locked down, but that's typical. It's pretty much under the control of one guy, so if he still feels uneasy about it, they'd probably still be shut down.
What about the weaponsmiths? Is there a chance to have them work on magic weapons?
Yeah, they're opening back up. You could
All right, he's gonna take his Dorndurger to get a +1 magic upgrade, and I don't remember what it is. I'll have to look at his character sheet to find what I wanted.
The bonus progression?
No, it's not a like making it into a +1 to hit. It's making it have a special ability. We can
Yep.
still do that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You just
Okay.
said +1.
If you look
so
at the automatic progression, it tells you the cost of adding that thing on there.
Sorry, I was trying to say it's a +1 weapon upgrade.
yeah.
It just
Oh,
costs
is it different with automatic progression? How much it
No.
costs?
largely the same price, but they do have the list down there. You can only go up to +5 though in terms of weapon mods or armor mods.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
you can't do 10.
Gotcha. Oh yeah, because 5 would have to be the +5 or whatever to hit.
I think those are reserved for fines.
But that and talking to Leopo, make sure he's not going to hang himself on the top of the bank.
You have designated spaces for that, young man. But you'll have to pay the suicide resignation fee.
It's a lot of paperwork before you can get out that balcony.
Yeah, if you kill yourself without signing the paperwork, we will use cleric spells to revive you from the dead, and then we will charge you for it, and that'll be taken out of your future paycheck.
God.
Yep.
If you don't have enough money, we'll go and collect from your family.
Leopo's
We have
fine.
just become deeply lawful evil.
Still doing your work and covering for you while you're gone.
I'm always reminded of the video game Outer Worlds, where you have to go and collect rent for someone's grave because they have to pay rent on their gravestones. So you had to go to the person's closest living relative, and you're like, "Hey, I have to get the rent for this person's grave." And they're like, "Fucking hell, man! I am so tired of paying this thing for this fucking idiot." And you're like, "That's pretty glib for someone that you're related to." I'm like, "What? I'm not related to that person." They said, "But the paperwork says you're the closest living relative to this person." He goes, "Yeah, I was the closest living person relative to them at the time of their death. Therefore, I have to pay."
Oh, that's funny.
Oh wow.
That's terrible. That's funny. Terrible.
All right.
Because the employees were considered company property, so failing to prevent the suicide was considered a damage of company property.
Oh, guided weapon enchant. That's what it is.
All right. Barrow, what are you going to do with your week of downtime?
Big thing. I'm gonna take a shovel. And I'm gonna start digging a hole because at level 5 I'm taking the hidden lair vigilant social talent. So gonna just in role play say I'm working on that.
All right.
The only other thing is I think Barrow is going to start dipping a pinky toe into actual vigilantism. Nothing grandiose. Maybe like a loan shark or someone who's shaking down a business for racketeering money is just found stabbed in an alley with 2 copper coins in their hand or something like that. You can tell me how successful I am. I'm not being ambitious, but not grandstanding or anything like that.
Okay. Well, over a week.
Probably like 1 or 2 people tops.
Yeah. Over a week, you with downtime, yeah, you can make a little bit of a name for yourself in the criminal world. Yeah, especially having a calling card like that.
Probably just more of a scary story at this point.
Mhm.
I'll just say because I'm keeping track of the number of copper pieces. I'll just say I get like 2 people in the week. Just some low level people. It's not so much explicitly targeting criminals as much as just other people that are victimizing other people, so to speak.
right.
because I don't give a toss about the law. But other than that, get a shovel, setting up the old secret lair. I think of everyone, Barrow is the one that's most expecting something to pop off with the queen at some point. He doesn't like her, and what little he's been hearing from Merrick and such is making him very suspicious.
Merrick,
Mhm.
what are you doing with your week of downtime?
First day, I'm probably going to do my rounds and try to track everybody down. We've been fighting a lot of gnarly stuff in those catacombs. Wanted to give you a once over, make sure we didn't contract anything. Just a role play, seeing if they caught filth fever or anything like that. And had prepared cure disease just in case.
Yeah. I would have been sick with something, but whether cure disease, if it was, I can't remember if it was the poison or the disease. If it was the poison, I got over it. If I had the disease, you'd probably come around and help me.
Mhm.
So I'd probably be good after a visit.
Yeah.
I'd probably introduce you to my daughter and my wife and everything.
You
every
would
time-
definitely enjoy
Every
making
time
a
someone
social
came over to me,
visit out of
I'd
it.
like do that thing where I shake your hand, introduce the family.
Mhm.
A little bit of his family man days coming out, but he's still a little bit more stoic than he used to be.
I definitely have not come to your house.
Oh yeah, I had assumed. I assume the ones that have come by are probably like Merrick and Vic mostly.
This is the creepy masked murderer that helped me rescue you.
I think Merrick would also try to see if he could find where Kier's living at and pay him a visit, maybe a few times during the week, and see how he's getting settled in and what he's up to.
Just be like, Kier, I'm lonely.
So, what you
Kicking me
doing?
in the nuts.
I couldn't hear what you said, Kenneth.
I was making a joke that the Griffin kept kicking him in the nuts.
Gotcha.
Do you have anything that can repair groin damage?
The good thing is, cod pieces are coming back in style. He says, trying to explain why he's wearing one. But outside of social visits and all that, I think he'd largely be trying to focus on training up the hippogriff.
Yep. So Merrick, maybe 5 or 6 days in, you're called back to the commandant's office.
He'd make it a point to go there post haste.
You get invited in, much like you did the last time, and told to sit down. Merrick, I'm inquiring about your actions in the last couple of days.
Oh, I'm happy to share. Just you looking for a specific, like just a rundown of everything, or?
In the first 3-4 days that the stable master was taken for her special training, you haven't been at the Great Tower much at all.
Right. Sorry, I meant to get you up to speed. Or at least let you know that I was going to be busy for a bit. Met a friend whose daughter had been kidnapped amid the chaos of the city, and I couldn't just stand by and not help.
Well, I understand, Merrick, but you have duties to do besides helping out friends or whatever you were actually doing.
I do apologize. I'll return my focus.
Well, Merrick, he puts his hands down on the desk. He looks at you in kind of an odd way, and he goes, and he says it in a way that's not as aggressive as he's expecting. He says, "There's no apologizing about it. I'm going to have to let you go, Merrick."
Merrick would just kind of almost seem stunned for a second, just confused, especially with the delivery.
When he's stunned, he quickly puts an arm on your shoulder. He goes, So I'm going to need you to move all your stuff out of the Great Tower and to definitely not take that hippogriff I assigned you with you.
Merrick's starting to pick it up a bit. You're like, oh, of course. I'll. Yeah, I'll. Yeah, definitely. He's not needing to fake anything because it is still very much a shock, and it does feel legit in many ways, even if it isn't. Yeah, he's stunned by that. Immediately, I don't have a place to live. I guess I could probably reach out to Kier. He just
Kier just says no. Slams the door.
Shuts
How
the
the
door.
tables have turned.
I firmly believe in pulling up the ladder behind me.
Merrick would ask the commandant, "Is everything okay? Nothing I could do to make amends, or
None of your concern now, Merrick.
I can put you down as a reference, right?
Should I
Okay.
put you at this previous job experience as do not call?
Well, all the same, that if the Sable Company needs my help, I will be there, even if I'm not still part of the team officially.
Go get your stuff, Merrick.
Merrick would just kind of just be in that sort of mental haze of, what the fuck just happened, and probably in too much of a shock, because again, that's pretty much all he's known all of his life ever since his parents died. So, yeah, it would definitely be a surreal feeling, and probably wouldn't really. It'd almost be like a fugue state until he found himself out front of Kier's house with his belongings.
And hopefully a hippogriff.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you retrieve your hippogriff, notice that
No. They throw a tarp over it with a crude painting of a horse on the side. See, no hippogriff here. Just this horse.
give me just a second. Before you get to Kier's, when you retrieve your hippogriff, you notice that it has a saddlebag on it, equipped with a number of items that you've kind of heard of. Don't know. It's all the basic equipment for a Sable Company Marine. It was not on the hippogriff the last time you saw it.
Oh, that would definitely help out his panic, in many ways. Still having that feeling of being unmoored and all that, but at least it's not as much a personal hit, and just reaffirms that whatever's going on is kind of resorted to the situation.
As well as a handbook inside with the instructions on how to properly bring up a hippogriff to be able to work well with the Sable Company, all their command stuff they teach them.
That's very good to know. Yeah, he'd show up out front of Kier's. He'd probably travel at night just because it's a bit easier to smuggle a hippogriff at night than in day, only marginally so.
A lot of experience with that.
A big chicken.
Kier's just like, I'm not home.
So they sent you away from the company for unofficial reasons.
Yeah, things are definitely getting very weird there, and this is not at all I expected, and is all the more unsettling. So do you mind if I crash at your place for a bit, at least until I can find a place of my own?
Yeah, feel free. I don't know what we'll do about your friend there,
No pet.
Probably chewing on something.
I'll amend that later. Yeah, is your your place is a shop, so it's probably size for normal people, but doesn't necessarily mean it's size for hippogriffs.
But it is also not a fully grown hippogriff, so it's not
That's true.
fully taking up the living space, but it is something you have to deal with.
I would say that when we ever gather or meet up again for Merrick, Luca would offer like to let him stay at his place as well, as like a return of favor kind of thing if it ever comes up. Because I'm pretty sure Luca's home since all his family is staying in his mom's house that is largely empty, and he probably has a shed in the back that he could use to house the hippogriff.
Oh, that'd be perfect.
Also, a good way to keep the party kind of connected in ways.
And to give Kier his Breaking Bad chance without having a, well, I guess a ex-cop would be fitting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he'd.
Going to end our session.
Yeah. Cue Luca meeting him at his house, and like montage of them turning the shed into like a makeshift barn for the the hippogriff.
Oh yeah, with the last couple days, you guys can definitely.
Yeah, I mean Luca does like I said in like the early campaign sessions. He's handy with like helping people around his neighborhood, like help build things up a little bit. He was that kind of guy that was happy to help the neighborhood when he was a guard, being like, "How's it going, Tom? You need help putting up that fence?"
Yep.
So wouldn't be beyond the realm of possibility to get that set up. And his home would have a spare room even before his family was living with his mom, so it wouldn't be hard to put Merrick up.
It'd probably take him a little bit of adjusting to being in a proper bed since he's basically been in a stable hammock for the past several years.
First night, Luca's like, "Oh right, I'm supposed to buy lantern oil. I'll be back." Just wanders off because he's been kind of just staying in the dark whenever it got dark for however long.
And then Merrick realizes he's at a home all by himself for the first time.
So how many minutes before he's sleeping in the barn?
Pants are straight off. Fucking. He starts making a pillow fort. It's nuts.
I've got.
It's just somehow too childish and too adult at the same time.